you ain't knowing about.
Right, let's get ready, get it rolling here. Welcome to the Sports Panel Network here, where we talk all things and everything about sports. You know what I'm saying? Got the crew with me as usual. We missing one of our starters, but you know what I'm saying? He out. He'll be out. We got
two of them.
He come off the bench, man. He the sixth man coming off the bench, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The host.
Our center is missing. We got our power forward back up over here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we good and everything else. But I am your host, Coach Corey. Make sure that you recommend this, like this, subscribe. We on all platforms, and gonna introduce ourselves here for a little bit, and we gonna get ready to roll. So, gonna introduce yourself as usual over there, Cat.
Yeah, I'm Pancho. I got a genius ideas. That's all.
Yes, sir.
I like that. Genius ideas. That's tight. That's
Thanks,
tight.
man.
Jason, man, 80sapparel.com.
Yeah, that's tight.
Fuck with me.
And I'm just Marky Mark.
Man, we got to get you something.
But
better,
we
bro.
say that every week.
We gonna work on it. We gonna multitask, and we gonna get you rolling, man. We gonna get you rolling. All right. First topic of the bait we got up in here, gentlemen, is NFL free agency. NFL free agency. So what have you heard? What you know that's going on out there since the draft, and everybody moved around. So what you got? I start over here, Jay. What you got, man?
Hey,
what's the topics?
wait. Before we start with that, hey, RIP to the Colts head coach or owner, man.
Man, I ain't even want to bring that up, but it's all right. Yo, yeah.
Hey.
Rest in peace. Jim Irsay passed away at the age of 65. We don't know what the reason was
That's
or anything
crazy.
like that, but it was wild because I think I was
Wasn't he
at,
just a coach?
no, he was the owner. He was
I'm
the
saying,
owner.
wasn't he a coach recently?
No,
He always
never
been
coached.
the owner?
He was he was the owner because
No, their other coach had got cancer or something, right?
that was Chuck Pagano. He had cancer.
Yeah.
And
But he
then-
came back, right?
Yeah, he came back, but with Jim Irsay, his father had bought the Colts, then relocated them to Indianapolis.
Oh, that he the one that stole them.
Yeah,
I didn't know
much.
that wasn't no relocation. That was thievery in the
Yeah,
middle of the
man.
night.
I was at the crib and
Man
I
said,
was like,
"Gotcha, bitch."
Right.
I was just like, hold up, wait a minute, breaking news. I'm like, owner of the Indianapolis Colts, Jim Irsay, passed at the age 65. I'm like, what, man?
Yeah, that's unfortunate for y'all.
Like
We lost
crazy.
our owner too this year.
You cried?
But
No,
fortunate
man.
for us, we didn't want to lose our owner. So let me start by saying that rest in peace to Miss Virginia McCaskey.
Mm-hmm.
But that was probably the best thing for the Bears moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, and yo, she lived a long life,
Long
man.
life.
And I say Jim Irsay, that was just like shocking. So everything transfers over to his daughters now. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. I don't know how.
You didn't know
things-
anything about football?
I hope so, man, because the thing that they got going on right now in Indy, and they saying Shane Steichen came out and said it's gonna be an open competition. We just drafted punk ass Riley Leonard. Yeah, I'm gonna call him a punk, even though he played for Notre Dame. I didn't believe too much in him when he's playing for fucking Notre Dame. Led us to the championship game and couldn't win us one. And then we got fucking punking Daniel Jones, man. Come on. Danny Dimes, man. Fuck him. Like I said, I'm still pulling for AR, man.
They're
but-
gonna have an open competition for the quarterback.
Yeah,
they need
that's
to have
what
an
he
open
said.
competition for the ownership.
Bro, like man, because I'm trying to figure out like I hope he been putting his daughters on game about how to run an organization, what it takes to win the championship, man. Because
See, the problem is, and this was kind of what happened with Virginia McCaskey. You get that money that you inherit that team.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really give a fuck about the team. You
worry
care
about
about the money.
yeah, exactly.
So they want the team to stay in the family for the money, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't give a damn about putting winning product on the field.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they care, or they at least appoint people that do care, and they just
Right.
stay out the way.
I hope that she could take a page from Detroit Lions owner, because I know theirs is still in the Ford name and the family, and I believe the owner is a woman, but she over there doing her thing. Though,
Well,
like,
the issue is with the owners is they got to be the one to be willing to spend the money.
right.
So they don't have to actually be involved in the process of anything team wise. But when somebody come to them and say, "Hey, we need this," they got to be willing to give the money. But a lot of owners that don't give a fuck about the team, they just care about what they inherited. They don't be wanting to spend all that money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that
saying. They
is
be like,
true.
why you want to do this? No, I like the stadium we got. We good.
Right, because then, matter of fact, the Steelers owner had passed away. I think was it the dad Rooney, and it went over to his son. So, but I know his son know exactly what to fucking do. So, Steelers is like tight lit organization. They gonna do what they got to do to win. I just still feel that, and that's what we going into free agency. Why the hell they still waiting on punk ass Aaron Rodgers, bro?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Would you be waiting on
He-
Aaron
he in the-
Rodgers?
he-
Watch his ass say he's gonna retire.
He in that dark room right now. They got to wait for him to come out of there. That's why. Yeah, he in the dark room right now.
Every off season,
Ayahuasca, whatever that shit called.
every season he goes and say, I go to like a retreat in total darkness.
Yeah, he in the dark right now. They can't get a hold of him.
Like,
You got sources, man. Shouldn't you know this?
Sources on this.
no sources on the NFL free agent.
I got a
just
feeling he
got
gonna
NBA
play
sources.
You got a feeling he gonna play?
for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I
feeling
think he's gonna play for Pittsburgh.
What would you say, like far wise, is the best free agency move out there?
To happen or not happen? Like, what do you mean?
Like to happen so
that
far.
hasn't happened or that has happened so far?
That has happened.
The best
right
free agency move that's happened so far.
now. That like you wouldn't expect this guy. Like for me, I wouldn't expected Diggs to go sign with I think who did he sign with? Was it
Baltimore? No.
Buffalo?
Buffalo. Right. Was it Buffalo?
No, he came from Buffalo.
Yeah.
He came from Buffalo. No,
He
it
went
wasn't
from
them.
Buffalo to Texans, and then I forgot what team.
Yeah, I can't remember what team he went to, but it was shocking though, man. It was
Wasn't that
like
the Patriots?
yeah, he signed with the Patriots. I was like, you signed with the fucking Patriots, bro? Like come on, man. And then
I haven't really been paying attention to all the other teams' free agency moves.
Yeah,
All I care
Patriots.
about is the Bears. So as of right now, I just care about my Chicago Bears.
'Cause,
And we look really good right now so far.
Low key, I'm surprised the Steelers traded Pickens.
yeah,
I was.
Yeah,
That
that's
caught me off
crazy.
guard.
It is,
Right.
yeah.
That was that one caught me off guard as well.
I think
But why?
Yeah,
Why
Yeah.
did they? Why? What did they get out of for him?
they just got like a couple picks. That's it.
yeah, I can't remember what round pick they got, but yeah, they got
For
a
the,
couple
for the,
picks.
it was for this year draft or next year?
next year draft because that right after the draft was over with, I want to say probably like 2-3 weeks after that, they had breaking news that Pickens was getting traded to Dallas.
See now, you must not want Aaron Rodgers to come over there because now he ain't coming with no wide receivers.
No,
Yeah.
because
He gonna be like, he only got so much time left. What you trying to do?
Right.
You want to rebuild? Or you want to win right now?
Maybe he got somebody. Maybe they got something else in mind.
no, I don't know, man, because they
I
got
don't know
they probably
what
trying
free
to shake
agents
the
are.
move.
they got DJ Metcalf over there. He can't go get Devontae Adams because Devontae Adams signed with the
DK
Rams.
Metcalf.
Yeah, DK Metcalf.
He went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
He got traded.
He got traded.
I didn't know that.
Pickens.
Yeah.
So the Steelers traded Pickens and got a 2026 third round and then a 2027 fifth round.
Maybe they're trying to accommodate.
Well, then that's why you get rid. I mean, you can get rid of Pickens if you got Metcalf.
Right.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want both of them?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
But Aaron Rodgers probably
But if
got a
you
style
get
of
some-
play that he probably likes. So they probably trying to recruit Aaron Rodgers in this process, and they probably don't need too dominant for his style of play. He probably don't want two dominant wide receivers. They probably pick somebody that's going to be suitable for that second option wide receiver.
Who wouldn't want to?
No, but it's the style. It's just the style. Like, why would you trade him?
Maybe he was a locker room issue.
they said he wasn't
Or
no
maybe
locker
Aaron
room
Rodgers-
issue.
Or maybe Aaron Rodgers was like, like when Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay.
Right.
The pieces they was moving. It
Yeah.
was suitable for Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So this might be one of those
That
situations.
could be that. That could be that.
Maybe.
I don't know, man. We gonna see how it play because then on vice versa, how's it gonna work out for when Pickens went over to Dallas? Now you got
Dallas gonna be dangerous.
You got CD Lamb on one side, you got him on the other side, and then whoever that slot receiver is. But Dallas still need a fucking damn running back. They ain't got one. So he got to be throwing. He got to throw the ball like a ton, man. But I don't know, man. We gonna see. We
They
gonna see
need a
how
new
it go.
quarterback too.
Yeah.
Dallas.
You think
Yes.
you think they need to move on from that?
Yeah,
Hell yeah, they should did that a long ass
holding
time
them
ago.
back a long time ago.
So I mean,
Jerry Jones rolled over in his grave every time he go out there and throw.
right? What I'm saying, but look, who you think about this? Who you got coming off the bench?
The dude that was that
Played.
The from 49ers?
no, but they got him too. They got him too.
Wow, man.
What's the dude that was playing last year?
That played
And
last
he was
year,
winning. The white dude,
Cooper Rush?
Cooper Rush.
Oh yeah, but he gone. He ain't on Dallas no more.
Oh, you're not?
No, Cooper Rush gone.
They better play.
They just got what's his name? Joe Milton.
Oh yeah, they did draft Joe Milton. Yeah, they surely did.
No, they didn't draft him. They traded for him.
They traded for him because then they got who was the other dude that played for San Francisco?
Trey Lance.
Trey
Trey
Lance.
Lance.
Yeah. They got Trey Lance there. So I'm looking like
I wonder how did he not work out?
I don't know, man.
He had so much upside and promise that I think it's worth giving him another shot.
Right. Yeah, it was wild. I mean, I don't think San Francisco really gave him too much, but how can you when Brock Purdy just came out of nowhere was doing his thing?
Yeah, but why no other teams giving him no shot?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's
'Cause
because
I low key wanted Chicago to draft him.
he was he got hurt in San Fran. That's why Purdy went in.
Yeah,
and then Purdy was
that's
doing
right,
good.
yeah.
And
He
then
did
they
get
ended up
hurt.
trading him to the Cowboys.
That was, I know, right. That was wild. And then Brock Purdy, you see his contract he signed, right?
What was it, 5-year deal?
Yeah, and I think 181 million of it is guaranteed.
He deserved it.
Yeah, good.
Wait. You think he deserved all that money, bro? He led them to the Super Bowl once? He
You know what
deserved
his
it?
record's been since he been a starter?
What's been his
I
record?
don't know. I'm asking you. You the one that don't believe he deserved it.
Man, dude, I ain't a big Brock Purdy fan,
Oh,
man, but
yeah,
They've been
well,
winning since
they've been winning
since
he's been a quarterback. They've been winning.
Yeah, I've been winning.
hey,
And they was hurt last year.
Hey, for most San Francisco 49er fans, they on the fence. Some like them, some don't.
That's every
That
team.
sound, yeah, I was about to say it sounds like every
Right.
other team. Like
Yeah.
Half the people go like they starting quarterback, half of them ain't.
Yeah,
He been winning,
You
though.
a Bears fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I ain't.
That's-
really-
hey, that's
I
just-
I love the Bears, but I ain't really sold on.
that's
I deal
just
with
like
Caleb.
Caleb, the truth.
I
hey,
deal with him.
Did you hear what his dad
but
said in his
I
book?
don't think Caleb.
Yeah, see,
As good as you-
I think he the truth. I
Yeah,
think
but
you
y'all
give him
will
some
have to
protection,
see.
he'll be fine.
Right. Yeah, you have to see. I mean, the NFL free agency was all over the place. You had certain people signing with certain teams you wouldn't think that would sign with certain teams. And then certain people was traded and you wow, I wouldn't expect this person. Like Pickens, I didn't expect for him to get traded. Went over to Dallas. Like that threw me.
Yeah, I got a question for you. You a Bears fan, just to get another opinion. Why you think Caleb the truth?
Why do I think he the truth?
Yeah.
His arm talent, his toughness. He don't waver. He was literally under. How can I say this? He was the Osama bin Laden, and everybody's on the defense was the United States of America on his ass all year long. Like he was a wanted man. He was a fugitive. As soon as you hiked the ball, he couldn't. He ain't had no time to do nothing.
That was your boy had the same problem.
Who, Justin Fields?
Yeah. The Bears just put him in a.
But Justin Fields couldn't throw.
But we don't know what Justin Fields could have been because the Bears wasn't. They tried to make him something he wasn't. They didn't work on his strengths, right?
Well, his strength was running.
Yeah, so
Well,
you don't
wanna-
allow him to be him.
You want a all running quarterback?
No. But
because
I
he
think
couldn't throw.
He could throw. But I was about to say, Caleb.
He could throw to the. He could throw. So it's a difference between. All right. What Justin Fields did was when he hiked the ball and there's 3 different routes, instead of going through progressions, he locked in on the one person he was going to throw the ball to, and he threw the ball to him. So defenses always knew.
Right.
He didn't never go from first progression to second progression to third progression. He didn't have that high IQ in the pocket.
Caleb ain't really.
Caleb does that.
So I'm not.
Caleb does
So
that.
don't get it twisted. I'm a super Bears fan, so I'm a fuck with Caleb because I need us to win, right?
Right.
But I felt like we should have took Jay Daniels because he played in the SEC, so he played against tough defenses.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but
That motherfucker was overrated because the Pac-12? They don't play nobody. They don't even
but
play
Jaden
defense.
Daniels
out there.
would have been running for
Like,
his life
they
behind that offensive line.
But
though.
anybody,
What he's saying,
Anybody-
he would have been used to that being in the SEC.
he would have been used to that being in the SEC.
But Jaden Daniels got the body of an 11-year-old. Like,
Yeah, but y'all say that.
But
Yeah, he
look
balled. He
what
balled.
happened.
He balled out, but
Because then I think that has something to do with playing real. You know them defense in the SEC like playing in the NFL.
I think that had a lot to do with his coaching staff.
True. But no, I ain't. I just asked because you a Bears
Yeah,
fan.
yeah,
I
yeah.
am too.
Yeah,
I'm a root for him.
I love Justin
mean,
Fields. I got a jersey in my closet right now. I probably wore it twice. I'm mad as hell. But
I think Justin.
Caleb. I think
rap.
Caleb's far better.
Right. So with the NFL free agency, how do you think that Justin Fields is going to do over there and with the Jets?
I think with Justin, you just gotta work with what he good at. If you do that, he'll be okay. He didn't look bad with Pittsburgh, but I get it. They wanted somebody that could throw long, and he ain't giving you that.
Because I know,
But he could win you games.
Yeah, he went there, and then Russell Wilson went to the Giants. So I don't know how that's gonna look. Who is it?
I think Russell Wilson washed.
Sam Darnold ended up went to Seattle because
Still paying him though.
Seattle traded their quarterback to the Raiders, and then Najee Harrison, I believe
He went to the Chargers.
He went to the Chargers. So it's like the NFL free agency is going to be all right. What I want, even though we within the free agency here, what I wanted to ask was, how do you feel about what Caleb Williams' father said in his book?
What did he say?
He said, we didn't want him to go to Chicago.
We already knew that. We knew that in the draft.
He said that, but
Yeah, we already knew that.
He said that before the draft.
I'm
That was
happy.
before the draft.
But what I'm saying, why you knew that, but why go write it in the book? Everybody knew that. This is like you said that. Why go
that's
put it
what
in
he
the book?
said.
If everybody knew about it, then why not say it?
Did he explain
I mean,
why?
I
Did he
don't-
explain why in the book?
yeah, I'm sure it's because them
it
niggas
operate?
kill.
Well, it was because the
They kill
quarterbacks are
quarterbacks.
terrible.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I
don't.
know.
They don't
They
even.
don't nurture-
So this is what I was mad
I
about
knew-
the Bears. Right, you a Bears?
But I'm saying
fan.
from his dad point of view, he said in the book. So I was asking.
No,
did
in the book he
elaborate
literally
and give it
crystallized
to-
it. He said Chicago is a place where quarterbacks go to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, all right.
That's
so
a fair
what,
statement.
but we knew that part.
Yeah.
too.
But
that's why I
But
think
I
as
thought he
a-
probably said from some stuff that.
Like the Bears, that's why I was bad at them, and I think that coach should have been fat. But if y'all telling us Caleb is our guy, hire a fucking offensive coach.
Yeah.
Like I just thought that was crazy to continue the same pattern.
Yeah.
Stupid. Because dude,
But I like
was it
dude. That's the GM.
Joe
whatever the fuck
Tooney.
he is.
Yeah,
They just
for
signed
Poles.
him like a
Poles.
extension.
Extended 2 years.
Poles definitely.
Yeah, I think we
have
got
done
the.
the right
I think we
thing.
got the
he's
right
just
people
done
in
the right
office.
things. I think. That,
So you think you got the right people in office now?
Yeah. Poles
yeah.
definitely is looking at different things. I mean, he should have drafted offensive
'Cause
lineman other than it, but I think we're in the right direction.
Because then you traded, was it 2 offensive linemen and then you signed one, or was it vice versa?
We got the 2 in free agency, and then I don't think they drafted
We
one.
drafted one.
Oh, you drafted one, yeah.
Right.
I think that
But
was
we got
smart.
3 new offensive
I
linemen.
think that's smart to draft
Okay.
one so he can learn from them because they gonna be gone soon, and then you still got
Yeah.
it. So I think we should be straight.
Okay. Well, let's see what's
I got a
happening.
wild question before we get out the NFL.
Yeah.
Y'all,
You go ahead.
on the gambling side, these motherfuckers said they got Dallas. You could bet on, how many games they win. Y'all think Dallas?
The Cowboys.
Dallas to me should win more than 8 games. With
Yeah, they said
I think
they got
the
them
bet's
8.5.
stupid. I think the bet's stupid because Dak, when he healthy, them motherfuckers definitely win over 9 games every year.
Yeah.
So I think that's a crazy bet.
Dak his ass.
I don't think so.
They usually winning over 9 games when Dak healthy.
I think that's a fair fit. I think that's fair. 50-50.
You don't think they
8.5?
and they picked up?
They're in the same division with Philadelphia and Washington.
Yeah,
Bruh,
that's gonna be tough.
We saw
man.
them last year without a Dak though. If Dak playing with them 2 receivers, they gonna win games.
Yeah,
now,
but you also got to still
he's
think.
gonna suck in the playoffs.
Right.
I'm with Stephen A. Them motherfuckers gonna get you. They like the Knicks. They gonna hype you up and then blow it. But
One thing I've learned: don't bet against Vegas. They know what the fuck they be talking about somehow, some way. They know something.
yeah, I just think that's a crazy.
I
think the odds
I'm
is
all
crazy,
For it.
like,
I'm
yo.
all for it. I think that's a good one. I think Washington gonna get better.
See, but that's the NFL.
I think Philly
Alright.
got better already.
All right, so
'Cause-
think about this: the NFL do be like them teams that come out of nowhere, like a Washington. Usually,
Right.
the second year
They don't be
But-
good.
right.
And
But-
Jay Daniels a rookie.
Yeah, but he coming off his rookie year.
defenses catch on
And
in
on
the
top of that,
NFL.
they just got an Army switch knife in Debo Samuels.
Listen,
But he ain't
but
gonna
y'all
play.
know them defenses, they catch on fast. So the
Yeah.
next year you don't be as good.
How come they ain't caught on to Patrick Mahomes yet?
They have. They be cheating for this one.
That's a
I don't
fact.
know.
He be getting
Well,
all the
that-
he get all
that's-
the calls at the. He not
That,
even
only,
really,
that only started when Taylor
he
Swift
has
started
lit-
coming
he
around.
has
Yeah,
literally-
thank you.
He is
Thank
literally
you.
no. He is literally. First of all, I hate saying this because
Go ahead.
Tom Brady the GOAT to me.
Tom Brady is the GOAT.
No,
that should be to
listen,
everybody.
I didn't like that shit before, but when you leave, and we had this narrative that the coach was the reason you was winning,
Yeah.
you
Win
win
the
right
Super Bowl.
away. Yeah,
I don't know who had that narrative.
I don't argue about Tom Brady, but in Tom Brady beginning of the career, that's what Patrick Mahomes is because he don't be putting up no crazy numbers no more. He just win games.
Just win.
That's what
you
Tom
need to
Brady
do.
was
That's all
doing.
you need to do.
No, I'm just saying, but that's what Tom Brady was doing too until he got the Randy Mosses and he just.
Yeah,
Took out, but yeah.
that season
I
he did
don't
take
like
off. I give him that. All right. So, who is the better player? Two options of the remaining 4 teams in the playoffs right now. Like, because I seen the stat on First Take. They had SGA. They had Edwards, and then they had Halliburton, and then they had Big Body Brunson. And the question was, out of them 4 teams, who is the 2 best players left in the playoffs of right now? And they had Halliburton
How they're playing or overall?
just
Like,
overall.
like how they like
No,
strictly
just-
basketball.
Yeah, strictly basketball overall because they had
But does it
SG
matter how they're playing right now in the playoffs? Or are you talking about like just as their whole
Yeah.
career?
No, they was talking about just in the playoffs right now. Who's the better?
Who's playing the best?
who-
Who's playing the best right now?
yeah, who's the best 2 players in the
Halliburton
playoffs
and
right now?
Halliburton and
Halliburton and
SGA.
SGA.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Halliburton
And, you know,
and
and the
SGA.
Even though
crazy-
SGA be flopping like a
No,
motherfucker.
but SG.
It's Halliburton and
Nah,
SGA all
I
day
don't
long.
believe in the flop shit no more. That's a part of the game.
Bruh.
Like
Man,
he
bro,
is
hold
crafty.
up.
He be-
Listen,
he be-
listen,
they
listen,
call
listen, I
nothing
hated.
but
Listen,
bullshit for
I hated James Harden when he used to get fouled a lot with the 3 shit, right? But at the end of the day, that shit part of basketball.
Man.
If I'm crafty enough to get you to foul me, that ain't my fault.
So
That's
you mean
part
to
of the
tell
rules.
me that last game where I think he was going to the cup, he was coming off the left side. Then nobody touched him. He tripped. And he was literally on his fucking damn knees and just threw the ball up. That's a foul?
They've
I mean,
been calling
shit,
all type of tic
that
tac.
shit happens. Like Luka never really be getting fouled. In that Lakers series, he was getting D'd up, coming up the court, and he tripped over himself, and they called a foul. I mean, that happens, but
Right.
I ain't mad at the person going to the free throw line no more. It's
But
a part of basketball.
every time SGA bring the
didn't
ball
call a
up,
foul.
he try to act
they
like
caught
he
a foul on
getting
Jamie
fouled.
McDonald that time.
No, they did.
And,
Yeah,
and Jamie McDaniels got he fouled out.
They came.
Yeah,
I'm
he
talking about
did.
in the.
Yeah,
I'm talking
he
about,
did.
and they came out and was like, "Oh, that wasn't
That
really
wasn't
a
a
foul."
foul.
Yeah,
Right.
they. But I mean, no, going to the free throw line is part of basketball.
But I don't like when the refs be coming back and apologizing.
Yeah, that don't make sense. It ain't changed.
What you gonna
nothing
do?
About, you ain't changed the
Mark,
score. And we
How
gotta
many
go back
free
to play.
throws did he shoot the first game?
First game, 14.
Second
y'all-
game, it was what?
15.
So y'all the guys that
MVP.
hate D Wade. Y'all hate what D Wade did to Dallas then in them finals.
I ain't saying I'm just
No.
saying there was certain parts that I think that was not fouls.
Oh yeah, that happened.
And then on top of that, I did by watching that game, I was like, damn, I just realized SGA do push off a whole lot.
Bro, I can't.
But y'all said that
separational
now,
offense.
but SGA be killing it.
He do be killing.
He be killing.
But why don't he
But
just
don't
play
flop.
the game?
That's a part of the game getting fouled.
He
Getting
He-
fouled,
he-
yes.
he-
Flopping, no.
he can do so
I
much
don't
without
think he
doing
flopped.
all that.
I don't think he flopped every time. But
Bro,
70% of the time.
thank you.
damn, y'all
He be
doing
flopping.
like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nah, maybe
Yeah,
in
his
this
at an
series-
all time.
What game are you watching?
Maybe
Yeah,
in
I don't
this
know.
se-
You watching the game?
Maybe in this series, but
Yeah,
It was this series and last series.
no, he was just cooking Denver.
he flopping.
He was
flopping.
cooking Denver.
Bro, the boy ain't scoring 30. Just go. So y'all
Yeah,
talking about
he
his free
scored a lot of
listen,
points.
Y'all talking about his free throw
Scored a
shooting
lot of
now.
free throws.
Y'all talking about his free throw shooting in the last 2 weeks.
Right.
I ain't heard none of this when he was cooking during the regular season.
We didn't see the games.
They was on TV. Come on, man.
It was
Y'all
like
buying the
it was
narrative.
like
Y'all
you
buying the
seen
narrative.
you seen the game
Y'all
here
buying
and
the
there.
narratives.
They weren't on TV like that. We just
Yeah.
talked about this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they wasn't on
yeah.
TV like that.
You could watch the game.
You don't think SGA push off a whole bunch?
He do all type of flopping.
But everybody
The
fouled.
push off part, I don't disagree with that. Like if you know how to score,
That's
the
what I'm saying. If
push-off
you
is part of
crafty
the-
enough,
is part of
yeah,
you get
like,
separation.
No,
But when y'all
I don't
talking
know
about,
about-
if
That's
y'all
fine.
talking about the
Everybody
flopping,
push
and
off.
stuff
I don't
like
know what
that,
y'all talking about.
If y'all talking about
Everybody
the flopping and
push
stuff,
off.
then
Yeah.
I don't agree with flopping.
You don't agree
And
with
that's
the
what he
flopping?
does.
I'm talking about him dribbling the ball.
But then Brunson flop.
guarding him, and he do one of
Look,
these.
I don't like that shit.
No, listen.
I don't like
So,
that.
I got a question. Bronson be
That's
flopping
flopping.
all the time, too.
Yeah, Bronson.
And they
Bronson
called him
flopping
out.
too.
They called him out last
Oh,
But he
game.
like
ain't,
that.
he
I
ain't
don't
getting the
like
calls
that.
the SGA
I
getting.
don't like the way you like if you the
Flail
swing. I
and
hate
this.
that shit.
But that's part
Dude,
of the
SGA
game.
will literally bump
That's
his
I know you don't
America's
care.
part of
You
the
can't
game.
be mad,
But
though.
I'm not mad about it.
If I'm crafty
just telling you I
enough to
don't
make
like
you foul
that.
me,
I'm
They're not- no, that's
I'm
the
just
thing.
saying I don't like it.
Chris
He-
Paul flop all the time.
Regardless if it's part of the game, I can still not like that.
Yeah,
shit.
They
I
not
agree
making
that
you.
y'all
That's
right.
not making you foul. Making
Chris
you
Paul
foul.
isn't falling all the
Hold on,
time.
Hold on.
Chris Paul flop all the time.
Hold on. Making you
Paul
making a
never
person
created
foul
that
you
Yeah.
is a pump fake. You jump, you get up under him. That's making somebody foul.
That's fine.
not running against them and then throwing your body like this and acting like he touched you.
Yeah.
No, that ain't acting. That ain't making
Bro, one
somebody
of
foul you.
one of the best 3-point shooters ever flopped. Reggie Miller
Reggie
flopped
Miller.
all the
Oh
time.
man,
he just stuck his leg out.
He's kicking his leg out all
But
the
that
damn
was a
time.
part of the game.
That ain't part of the game. They would call that on him if they called it
No, not
sometimes.
now. It's not. You can't do it at all. Like they took it out. I'm just saying, like the foul shit. Because I used to hate James Harden.
Yeah, I mean SGA is known.
So do you still hate James Harden?
He don't be doing that shit like that. No.
He just don't show up in the playoffs.
Yeah, he just
Hey.
he Lamar Jackson.
No, I'm not talking
of
about
basketball.
the actual. I'm just talking about. Do you still hate that part of James Harden game?
He don't really do it.
But
Like
if he
used
did
to.
it, would you still hate that shit?
I just be like, man, whatever. But you know why I don't hate no more? Because when James Harden did all that all the time in the regular season, in the playoffs, they wouldn't call that
They
shit
give
for him.
him-
That's why he was
Yeah,
trash.
now look,
Like,
they
I'm
be
giving
calling
SGA
that.
shit.
So,
That-
he the
that-
MVP though, so get them calls.
I
but-
know on first
Because of
take
that.
when they show
I
when they
think all
showed
them
they
flop
stats
sometimes.
between all four of them, I think SJ was averaging like close to 30. Edwards was definitely averaging close to 30. Brunson was averaging maybe like 22.5.
Wait, Bronson?
Bronson
I don't know
averaged
what
like
you-
Bronson averaging like 30,
When-
almost
when-
30.
They showed
Did
this
you
on
take a
first
picture of it?
They
Brunson
no, I didn't take, but they
22?
showed this shit
No,
on
not in the
first take.
playoffs. He got to be above
No, but
25.
no, I'm talking about within the playoffs. Tyrese Halliburton is only averaging 17.5, but I
Yeah,
can see that
yeah,
because
yeah.
he gets
agree with
everybody
that.
involved, which
But
is
he-
excellent.
He gonna score 30 and then come back and get
which
you
is
10.
excellent.
Like, that's
but
what
I'm
saying.
looking like, hold up, because they showed it. And I was like, Brunson can't be averaging 22.5. He got to be averaging more than that.
He was averaging like 26 or something.
And they said in the
that one time.
playoffs, I'm like, he got to be averaging more than that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, so
I
it's like when I looked the first time, I was like, y'all got them numbers wrong.
Did you look up in your phone?
I think
No, I didn't look it up on my phone, but I know Mark is looking it up right now.
that
well, we just talking
Right
about
now it
just
says
playoffs.
Brunson's at 30.4.
For the
And
whole
then
playoffs?
Yeah, that's what I thought
it
they
says
had right-
SGA's at 29.8,
And Ant is at what?
26.3.
Yeah.
I don't think that
He just got-
I don't think that Anthony Edwards should even be on there.
You don't think so?
Because they got to where they got because of Julius Randle.
Randle's.
Julius Randle has got them to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I think everybody agrees
Like,
with that.
y'all. But
Shit,
I know
you see what he did last game?
But that's it.
But they
That's
lost.
the only bad game he hit.
Did you
For real?
They lost.
But he didn't even come off the plane, the bus. He was in the parking lot.
Yeah. I don't know what he was doing.
He was on the bench crying. That's the problem. That's why he got. That's why he got traded.
but I don't
he got
know,
a bad attitude.
Yeah,
he ain't a
got
team
bad
player.
attitude. But regardless of all that, he's still been doing his
He
thing.
keep
He been playing good. He been playing
He been a
good. But right now,
reason
Anthony
Minnesota
Edwards
is
got
where
like 18 of the 18 points right now.
But
He's
tonight,
killing.
yeah,
But the
tonight.
other night, if y'all watched the game, Anthony Edwards was really. Y'all gonna say he wasn't gunning because he had the assist, but that ain't shooting a lot.
He your best player. You got to
He
shoot
was
a lot.
trying to do that.
But-
Purpose. That was probably
I
the
know
game
what he was
plan.
trying to do, but
That was the game plan to get him involved.
So y'all pretty much all agree.
Julius Randle got them
SGA
with a
and
hit.
Halliburton is
Julius Randle got
Oh,
him.
yeah.
the
The
two
two
players
best left.
Yeah.
that's left in the playoffs.
They're not the two best because the two best is Anthony Edwards and probably SGA or Brunson and SGA, but
Right.
playing the best Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
Like I say,
You can't deny that.
I can give the Pacers
Good
respect
pass.
because after watching that last game,
Good pass.
he had an off game, but the person that cooked their ass was Pascal Siakam. Like he cooked him, and I'm looking at Carl Anthony. I was like, man, you can't guard this dude.
He saw.
He had
Bro,
Craig
Carl
McCall
Anthony
on
Towns
the
is
bench.
the softest.
He saw.
Man.
Playing
He
that, bro.
saw.
He cried after game one.
He surely did, didn't he?
Nah, he.
That's why they lost game two, because he was crying like a little bitch after one game.
You guys remember that picture of him and DeMarcus?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I do.
Carl Anthony
You
Towns.
can't cry. You can't be crying after game one at home.
But it's funny because he kind of reminded me of what I thought of Julius Randle. They gonna give you good numbers, but that shit don't be
Julius
equating to
Randle is a
win.
man.
Yeah.
But
Carl
before
Anthony
this
Towns'
year,
nickname is Cat.
before this year, yeah, that's true. Before this year, though, we would say Julius Randle wasn't like, oh, he get the numbers, but that's Cat to be too. Like
Julius Randle always got the numbers. He just
Cat
he,
get the
he
numbers.
just always
If you
get in
look
trouble.
If you just a
wasn't
casual
playing.
fan and looked at Cat numbers, his numbers are impressive, but that shit be trash.
Yeah. I mean, but
he
New
don't
York,
even average 10 rebounds. I don't think.
it was the reason why New
think
York
he
traded
averaged
for
like
him,
10 now.
and he ain't showing up.
Cat might average
Cat?
10.
I don't think he can average 10 rebounds.
He
bro.
got a dog. He might average 10 during the regular season.
Maybe
he definitely
9.
was-
I'm just saying he might. but
Eight.
Look it up. What he average?
I don't ever see him. I don't ever see him get
I
rebounds.
think he
ever.
averaged probably like
He got 11.
So regular
7
season, he
he
averaged
averaged
12.8.
oh
That's why I said, dog. He got the numbers.
oh okay.
If you looked him
He
up
be doing them
during the
slappy bitch
season,
rounds.
but even this playoffs, if you go look at his stat, all right, first of all,
Right now,
I
11.1.
gamble, so I know he got 11.
Anytime,
Like he got double digits.
Anytime I get him to get
rebounds
10
and
rebounds, he never get them.
He only got. I think it's only like 2 or 3 games that he didn't get.
And those are the ones I needed him to get 10.
I took him under yesterday, and he got me.
One
got
game he
it
couldn't
right.
get me 15 points.
Yeah, like Cat inconsistent.
Right, he just-
but if you was just a casual fan, look at this stat, bro, that shit looks impressive.
And then he see the problem with him is you too fucking big to be always at the 3-point line.
Yeah,
Bro, they went for a 3. Brunson went for a 3 to tie the game at the end of the game. And he had nobody down low to get the rebound because his bitch ass was right next to him at the 3.
At 3 point,
and
and the ball got kicked back
got
after
one-
him, and he took the shot.
Yeah.
and when he
No, that was the
Brunson
first game. I'm
airballed
talking
it.
about last game.
Oh,
And I hate him.
first game he airballed it, then Cat
I'm talking about
airballed it.
last
his
game.
hands trash because
He
they
can't-
give it to him in the post. He be you bump him, he loses the
And
ball.
then
all
he
type of
yelled.
shit.
He do all that Carlos Boozer yelling all like, man, shut the hell. You too big, bro.
But yeah,
And he want to be self-proclaimed the best 3-point shooting big man.
Right.
But how about you just be one of the best big men and get your big ass down there in the paint and cause some havoc?
Yeah.
nah, he ain't doing that.
I know because he's zesty.
Yeah,
That's why
he's
they're not gonna
zesty as
win.
hell. He's zesty as
Because
hell.
New York need a center that's about that life. That's how you can't rely on Brunson. He the smallest dude out there killing.
Bro,
And y'all got to rely on him when you got big ass Carl Anthony Towns on your team, bro.
Every time I
Patrick
think of
Ewing
Cat-
got to be rolling over in his grave.
Brunson got to pass the ball.
every time I think of Cat, I think of that picture of Jason
Brunson
Tatum
hold the
dunking.
ball too much.
yeah.
That's why
Man,
they're
I
not
seen
gonna
it.
win. Brunson sit there and just hold the ball the whole damn
Hey,
possession.
but New York
but the
fans-
He
problem
dribbled
is
the air
he's-
out of the ball.
New York
He
fans
dribbled
are
the air out of the ball.
delusional.
Yeah.
I seen a take. I was up with Fat Joe on Mellow shit, and he was talking like Carl Anthony Towns the best big man he ever saw. And I was like, what?
Oh my god.
He was talking about how he had all these moves in the post. I was like, I ain't never seen none of
He
that.
ain't got nothing.
Wow.
New York fans be delusional as fuck.
All right. Well,
So the two teams that's gonna get bounced out the finals or the Eastern and Western Conference Finals is solely because they got two big ass centers that ain't playing like centers. Gobert can't get a rebound to save his
Oh,
life.
you think Minnesota about to lose then?
Yeah, I think they don't got a chance. To,
Nah, they about to win the next two.
I hope so,
So-
but I don't think they got a chance because Gobert played like Sherbert,
now,
Nah, they gonna figure that
Rudy
out.
Yogurt.
this next topic, you gonna love this shit because I know how you eat. You know what I'm saying, on your man Jokic. Pretty much, they saying that he got exposed by Caruso, held Jokic to 20 points.
Okay, well that means everybody that Caruso's ever locked down has been exposed. Look what he's doing right.
As we
There's
speak.
something about Alex Caruso, and that's for me. I was privileged enough to have him play for the Bulls,
Yeah.
so he played on my team. I get to see him play every day.
Yeah.
That dude is a dog,
Yeah, he is.
straight up dog.
All the way,
Like
dog.
I didn't know that he was like that in LA because I didn't watch LA, but
Yeah, he's like that.
the dude, he's like that.
and he,
He
I
is
don't
like
think he
that.
exposed.
and he
though.
can score too.
I just
he
think
is
that's
like
something
that.
you can't. That's one game, but
Yeah, you ain't that ain't
like,
exposing.
that ain't
him.
exposing them. It's just
But
it's an
yeah,
adjustment.
it happened
It was
one game.
different,
It just
too.
happened
The
one
Joke-
game, and it was game
Joker
7.
ain't used to no
And
smaller player like him doing
that.
that.
Through Denver's whole
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. Like,
Because
nah.
they hit him with a counter that they.
Yeah, they did.
But
he
that
didn't
ain't the
expect
reason why
that.
they lost.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just because Jokic didn't have the 40-point, 20 rebound, 20 assists, just because he didn't do otherworldly shit, that don't mean that's why they lost. They lost because Michael Porter Jr. was wherever the same place Julius Randle was that last game.
Well, and also because old boy wasn't even healthy.
I think he was on Molly.
And Jamal Murray didn't even show up that series,
Yeah,
did he?
Yeah.
Who did?
He was
Who did?
decent.
He was
Jamal
decent.
Murray, he
Hell
didn't
yeah,
show
he
up.
showed
But he was
up.
getting
He was
shot.
decent.
But they were cheating in that series.
Jamal
Jamal
Murray
Murray
was
was
killing.
going to the cup the one game, and they weren't calling no fouls.
They was calling him for
Like,
shit. man.
God, like-
I'm pretty sure he averaged over 20.
Yeah, I think he did. But
Yeah, he was
hurt.
he was the only other
Old boy
person.
was
Well,
hurt game
Gordon
seven.
Gordon showed
was hurt game
up,
seven.
but Michael Porter. Oh yeah, Gordon was hurt game 7. That
So
hurt.
he couldn't get
that hurt a
couldn't get
lot.
busy.
Hey.
But he kept playing though.
Yeah, but he
was
Remember,
in there
not a
like,
fact.
like
Hey,
a soldier.
certain people over here got their sources about that, so that's not
Oh,
bringing
yeah,
that back up.
Sources say, like, who told you that? Though?
Well, you said you think Gordon threw it on purpose?
No.
No,
Nah,
I
he
don't
said
think
that
you
Y'all
was
missed
there.
it, like-
No,
No,
he was
he
there.
said
Hey,
he
break
fought.
it down to him.
It didn't have
He
anything
said
to
he got-
do with his injury.
He said
Break
he
it down to him.
He
What-
said
what-
they fought.
It didn't
Yeah.
have nothing to do with why.
You
like,
said
he
Michael
was
Porter
born.
Jr. was hurt.
Yeah, shoulder was messed up. He got
Yeah,
slammed.
shoulder. Well,
He
we
got
know
Because
the
slammed on
shoulder
the
and
shoulder.
stuff.
he said because he got into a fight with
He
Westbrook.
got slammed on the shoulder.
That's crazy.
By Westbrook.
No, he said Gordon and Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
got into
Oh,
a
they
fight
got into it.
in the locker room.
He said that he said them his sources, and he not telling who his sources.
Hey, I
is.
like that.
gotta
I ain't gonna lie. I like that.
Yeah, and you got.
I like that
Gordon
because
had the black eye.
how they both hurt.
Gordon had the black eye too.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Yeah, he did.
So Michael Porter Jr. stuck him because he quick, but Gordon caught him because he bigger and he slammed his
They got
ass.
into it because I'm giving up. They got into it because Michael Porter Jr. ain't been showing up.
Right, and
So
right.
Gordon
Pretty much,
got
you
on
calling
him.
your
Right.
teammate out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got on him.
But Michael Porter
was
Jr.
in it
got
too.
them hands.
Westbrook was jumped in too. So they was double team. So him and Gordon,
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
they
I
went too
vouch for
far.
that.
Somebody said something that went too far.
Yeah,
That's what they say.
You still don't want to reveal your sources.
Got to let go.
Just say they.
You don't want to
That's
reveal
what
your
they say.
sources.
That's what they said.
Just say,
So-
just say it was Gil.
So
Just
who
say it was
needs?
Gil.
So who needs to
That's what they
be?
said.
So who needs to be in trouble for that?
Oh, they worked it out. They shook hands.
No, I'm talking
afterwards.
about as far as team concerned. Like somebody got to pay for this because y'all ruined us a chance to go to the
Yeah,
finals.
exactly.
Nah, you know they had a. They
I say that's Michael Porter Jr. fault.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but
Because they
Michael
should be
Porter
able to. They should be able to come for you and be like, bro,
I'ma
you ain't
defend-
showing up.
Yeah, you
Nah,
We
I'ma
need
defend-
you to be our third scorer, and you ain't.
Yeah.
You ain't even our
Alright.
fifth or sixth scorer
I'm
right
gonna
now.
defend Michael Porter Jr. though. He probably got, he probably messed up in the head. His brother
No, that's
went
what.
to jail.
That's how it
His-
went too far.
his,
That's how it went too
His
far.
other brother got kicked out the league. Was
he
gambling.
went too far. He
That's
was like
not-
he
oh,
was
that's-
like you point shavings.
You point shaving because of your brother.
It's you point shaving, so it triggered. So you know what I'm saying?
You got somebody on the inside.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
got somebody on the inside. 'Cause I like that
Went
shit.
too far.
I like that shit.
Yeah, you know he got a lot going on.
Hey,
man.
keep that story under wraps. We might can make some money off that.
Right.
Hey,
Hey,
you heard it. You heard it here first.
good. Hey, good thing you
The
ain't
fight,
throwing
the
them
fight
up
that
under
ruined the
bus.
Nuggets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I
That's
have to get
crazy.
Michael Porter Jr. ass
Yeah.
Get
fine
him the
or
fuck up
something.
out of here.
Because I like him. He could shoot and everything. He just went AWOL.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
out
he
of
was
there.
all. He was trash. I was betting on him too.
Yeah, that's crazy,
couldn't give
man.
me
I
two,
knew he
three.
knew
He
he
couldn't
could. I
give
knew
me
he gonna give me
two,
two.
I knew he gonna get me
No,
two.
you gonna give me two every game.
So then
Got my MVP up out of
So
here,
when you
man.
see Aaron Gordon do the interview when he was defending Russ, it came from that because Michael Porter Jr. Remember I said Russ jumped into the conversation.
Yeah,
Michael Porter Jr. was like telling him quit shooting these broke ass threes.
yeah,
You
airballing
fucked
threes
us
and
up
shit
too.
from the corner.
Yeah. So the reporter only reported making it seem like Russ was the cancer.
And that's how I got the coach fired. Because the coach was taking up for Russ, wasn't he?
The coach was already fired. This was during the playoffs.
But this all stems from the same problems that the coach
Yeah.
got fired from because of Russ.
Yeah.
Some shit about he was defending Russ and everybody was like,
exactly,
stop
yeah.
defending him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, but I mean, the new coach was like, "Hey,
Who, Joker? Yeah,
now,
he was
what's the
coaching
new
his
coach
ass
name?
off.
What's the
Hell
new coach
yeah,
name?" He said
The
that
Joker?
shit straight. Nah, man, they real.
Yeah.
He
The
really
Joker?
said that shit. Like, "Hey, I ain't gonna tell Russ not to be young, but when he fucking up, I'm gonna just pull him
Man,
out the
that
game."
little boy don't know how to coach. I don't even know how they gave
No,
him
that's a smart thing to do. Let him be
Adelman?
young, but if he doing too
You
much,
talking
get
about
him
Rick
out of there.
Adelman?
Take
son?
that motherfucker out.
Nah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put
Russ
him
ain't
back
gonna
in.
change, so I'm gonna just take him out
Yeah,
when
they
he
gave
screwing
him
up.
But he fucked us. Like he was doing great. He was shooting decently. But game 7, he fucked that up. He came and he started shooting air balls.
We talking
That's
about
what
Russ?
you got. That's
Yeah,
what you, that's
Russ
what you got.
Russ started fucking up like
Game
game
6,
5.
game 5, he came in there.
Well, I'm talking about game 7, yeah, he
turnovers.
was-
Game 7.
Listen, but that's what you gotta
No, I
live with
don't want
Russ.
to count game
Russ
5
is ass.
because the second half he
He
played.
did. I'm saying
played his ass
Russ
off.
ain't ass.
He ain't
That's
ass.
who he is.
His motor.
His shit went
Well,
downhill.
I mean, regardless of that, y'all don't still think Nuggets got exposed? I don't
No.
think they got
Nah,
exposed.
they
I
lost.
just
They
think
weren't even
beat
supposed to be there.
themselves.
They weren't even supposed
They
to be
lost
there.
in Game 7.
They lost their coach
they-
4 days before
they
the
lost-
playoffs, so they
yeah.
weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah, they
And
beat
lost in Game
themselves.
7. You
It
can't
ain't like
get
they got
exposed
swept.
losing in Game 7.
Yeah, I hate
Yeah.
that.
They
Like,
got
it could
They
have
was
went either way.
winning, too.
Yeah, it could have went either way.
You thought they got exposed?
If they got swept, then
No,
yeah.
I don't think they got exposed. They just said they thinking just because Caruso locked up down
Nah, that's one
Jokic
game.
for 20
Man.
points. I'm
gives
looking
a
like,
fuck?
Who is that?
How
Are the
often they
people
go-
in the comments you talking about? The people out
Nah.
there?
All right, think about
Dre.
this. How
Dre
often-
put this.
Oh, next topic. Dre, I knew you would put some shit like that on
Go
there.
put it. Hey, he gonna watch it, so go on.
Yeah,
Go.
I got a question,
man,
though.
get
How
Dre
often-
out of here.
But with that, I was saying, how often you think he about to see that type of
No,
defense?
if they came with that same defense strategy, if it was a
4
game
games
8,
away,
if it was
yeah.
game 8, Joker would have killed killed that shit.
And maybe Gordon is a little healthier game 8.
Right.
Maybe Michael Porter Jr. finds a jump shot by game 8 or
You know,
13.
games change from game to game in the playoffs with the adjustments. So, no, I don't think he got
Christian
exposed.
Braun makes a couple of them threes. Like
Christian Braun was their most consistent player.
No, Aaron Gordon.
I think Gordon was.
Aaron Gordon was.
Eric Gordon, him
All right,
and
so-
Braun.
Do you think that even though OKC took the first 2 games, do you think that Minnesota couldn't adjust in that second half? So do you blame it on them being like rusty, a reason why they went down 2-0?
No.
No, I just think they went away from Julius. Like
They
to
too
me,
young of a team to be
me,
rusty.
the first half in game 1, Julius Randle got 20 points.
20 points. Yeah, 8 points in the second half.
And you sit him on the bench at the third, like you
Yeah.
just kind of
He did.
Went away from him.
He got that fucking attitude, man. He brought that shit over that he had with New York.
that's a bad narrative, man.
I think it's true.
No,
If something got so much, if it smelled like smoke, there's a fire somewhere.
no.
But in New York,
He had a bad attitude.
he had a right to kind of.
But listen, in New
Like
York,
that was his team.
What he do wrong? in New
No,
York?
that was his team. And then they just came and was just like, "Nigga, get out the way, bro." Brunson family is in the front office and his daddy's on the coaching
Yeah,
staff.
like-
So he came. So when Brunson come in,
I just got
and-
sick. I just got most improved.
yeah, I just got most.
I went to
yeah,
All
I'm
Star
an
game.
all-star,
Nigga,
this
this my team.
And then he come in and it's like, hey, nah,
That's
this his
human
team.
nature, I think.
Hey, he like fuck that.
But I don't think they said it was
Because
his
it's
team.
about the money,
He's the
like-
point guard.
But it was Julius Randle's
Yeah,
team
Julius
before.
Randle.
Right. But I don't think they was. I don't think they said this is Brunson's team now.
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't think they said that. I think
Shit,
the
they
media.
gave
I
every-
think the city
they
of New
gave-
York said
it's
that.
It's like with well, they actually
You guys- you
said
can
they
look
actually
back.
said
The
it with
shot-
Bron and Luca.
The
But
shots that like he was taking.
think about it.
Brunson was taking the shots that made it look like it was his
Look,
team.
but think about this with the Luca and Bron thing. It's the same thing.
But
You don't
Julius
gotta
was
say
hurt,
it.
though.
Julius got hurt a lot.
You
hurt a
don't,
lot,
you don't
too.
gotta say it. It's like
Right, but
this
then
last playoffs, we just saw the Lakers basically tell Bron, this ain't your team.
Brian said didn't want the team to begin with. He tried to get
but
us
the
the
coach-
team to AD.
But the coach didn't even. If they could have beat Minnesota if,
If
they
they let
allowed
Bron
run the
run
offense
the
like
offense. Yeah.
Bron run offense.
When you do certain stuff, is you know what it is.
like you got Luka at the top and Bron in the corner.
Yeah,
That
that's
don't-
crazy.
he should have did that shit with Westbrook, and they would have looked good. But instead, he wanted to run the offense and put
Wait,
Westbrook
wait.
in the corner.
Wait, you just said something that was crazy. What you just say? Bron didn't want the team.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He wanted.
that's
he
what I
wanted. He
said.
wanted to give the team to AD. He wanted AD to be to take over.
Bron
Be
just
the face of
y'all
the
be-
team.
Y'all be listening to Bron. I don't be believing that shit. Bron want to be the face of everything.
Yeah,
He don't like not the. He don't like not.
He
the attention.
wanted to give AD the keys, and AD didn't want to
That's
drive the
not-
car because
that-
he ain't got no driver's
All right,
license.
hold on. I'm gonna break this down. That
And he'd be too hurt to drive.
No, that would be a lie.
nah, that
I love the Lakers. I watch all the game, bro. AD would be killing in the
first
first
half.
half.
I told him that already.
And Bron would
And
literally
I said-
not get that nigga the ball.
that's what I
in
told him.
In the Denver series last year, AD was literally killing in that game one. That motherfucker Bron ain't give that nigga the ball no more.
he do that shit
Bron
all
lost
the
the
time.
game. I ain't gonna say he lost the game, but he go away from it because he need to
He
be.
get his points in his statistics.
on.
So you think he Brian chasing
Hell
stats?
yeah,
in
Yeah, why do y'all think he
Ultimate
don't?
stat pattern.
I believe he
I can
changed.
believe that.
Why y'all think he haven't been
This
chasing
is my
stats?
sources. Again, this what they say.
Boy, here we go.
I like your sources. I need. You need to give me their
Some
number.
stories though.
You need to give me their number.
Brian been trying to. You know
That's
the
the
reason,
whole-
You know the reason why they recruited Westbrook because Brian was on the verge to do the scoring thing. So Brian was always not like you got to think when Russ got there, y'all seen Brian be a different type of off like the way he been offense. Like he don't shoot that many jumpers, he don't attack that much. He normally run off. When
Right.
Russ got there, even though they allowed Russ to run the offense, he started running the offense to get the points. He shot way more threes. You know what I'm saying? So,
Bruh, y'all don't think
so
that-
Russ was initially supposed to go to the running offense so he could just focus on scoring.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This
It
real
didn't work
shit
out
though.
like that.
Y'all like this shit funny because his whole career has been based on getting the stats. The whole league changed once he got there. It wasn't about what you look like no more. It was stats. So
It wasn't about
because
stats
of him,
before that.
we
I
had to
told
go
him
by
that.
stats. Like you not good unless you got
Yeah.
the stats now.
Well, he been that
We didn't have that before LeBron.
narrative.
His career is
That
based
narrative started when people said he will never be better than Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
can believe that.
after that, it was like you could say I'm not gonna ever be better than him, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna be better statistically in every category. So then people down the line or people that didn't see Jordan gonna be like, well,
it didn't
That
work.
you got more.
You got to think when LeBron got in the league, we was hearing about stats that we never heard of. He's the first person to ever. It was every time
Like, think about
every
it.
game. He was the
Well,
first
that's because
person.
they was
to
trying to
do
make him-
He the youngest.
they
He had the stat thing worked for him.
That's when the stats started. They've been doing stats
These-
since he
this the fact.
got in there, right?
This the fact.
Well, you
He
ain't
wasn't
watching
even.
LeBron
Listen,
when he came in.
wasn't
He was a
even.
baby.
His first 4
You ain't
years.
even 10 years old yet.
I was like,
When you
That's
really
crazy.
sit down and evaluate LeBron, and I
Don't
ain't
do
taking
what
nothing
you
away
like
from
that.
LeBron, he could hoop. But if you think about his career, his first 4 years, he wasn't even the best out of his class.
I was 6.
you said he wasn't the best.
His first 4 years,
No,
how
no.
could he be? Dwayne Wade
No,
is.
he wasn't.
Yeah, Dwayne
So you
Wade
got
was
so
doing the thing.
to make him still seem like the best of the player, you just stat
Yeah.
Well, he became better than D Wade.
because he went. He did. He didn't.
You just a hater.
Listen,
He
he
did-
wouldn't
he
play.
did
Listen,
something.
I already got a championship.
I love D Wade.
Listen.
I hate LeBron, but he became better than D Wade.
Like, dog.
He became
The-
better than. Wait, it depends on which
Yeah, what you
angle
mean?
you talking about.
Yeah, what do you mean he didn't? He wasn't better.
Like,
Than
He
what
got
we
a better
talking
career, but they in the finals against Dallas, and D Wade about to win the MVP. They just happened to lose because
I told
Bron
him-
didn't show
I said
up.
all they need is LeBron to show up. He the one.
If Bron show up
Dwayne
and they
Wade won
win,
MVP.
Dwayne Wade gets the MVP of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dwayne Wade decided, and it's undocumented. I'm going to take the
But
back
I
seat
asked,
so I
why
can
do
win.
you ask?
We can win most
My question was,
championships.
why do you ask the person that is Dwayne? He's Dwayne Wade. He's killing. Why y'all? And that's his team. Why y'all got to go to him and say, "Hey, take a step back from
He
him"?
said he
he's the
decided
one that
it.
did
He
it.
said he decided it.
We
D
heard-
Wade-
I'm saying, but why did he
Listen.
decide it?
Because he felt like LeBron was younger
no,
and he was taking over.
Because
They went to him and talked to him about that.
We can't win.
He didn't.
if
He
don't-
decided to not to fucking keep arguing with these motherfuckers.
Yeah, like, you got
That's
it.
what he decided. If you go back and watch Maverick Carter interview, he say, Dwayne Wade. We had to go talk to Dwayne Wade for him to sacrifice
said-
and take a step back. Dwayne Wade is the best teammate because he did that.
He did it twice with LeBron. When he got to Cleveland.
Mav Carter
when he
is,
went to,
is part of.
when he went
Yeah,
to
I know.
LeBron.
Listen,
When he went to Cleveland,
Yeah.
LeBron was already better.
no, listen, no,
Yeah.
no, no,
Come on.
no, listen.
Come on.
When he went to Cleveland, he had to fight because they said J.R. Smith need to start. Dwayne Wade always take the back seat. Fuck it, I'll come off the bench. Do you realize they went on a 13-game winning streak because of Dwayne Wade in the bench? That's facts.
How does that make him a better
Wait, how does that
player?
No,
make
I'm
him
not
better?
saying he not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying y'all say he. Dwayne Wade. LeBron James' career is better. All right, but if LeBron James don't go play with D Wade, y'all talking a whole different story.
All I'm hearing is Dwayne Wade's a good teammate. That's it.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne,
was
y'all,
good.
Dwayne
I hate
Wade.
that he
Dwayne
ever
Wade
went-
got Dwayne
Look,
Wade
this
got
the-
one
Dwayne
championship.
Wade's supposed to win the MVP in 2009.
Listen,
He led the league in
it's the
scoring.
It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
Dwayne Wade is dope. I'm not saying he ain't.
So why he a great team?
There was a
Why he
time
just
he
a great
was better
team?
than LeBron when he won
Yeah.
that championship with Shaq. He was the best player in the league to me at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
All the way
But
to
then
2009,
LeBron has
when
been
he
the
was
best
hurt
player in the
year
league in a
before
couple of
2009.
years too. Also,
2008, yeah.
and I hate LeBron, but I'm not going to sit here and say he
No,
didn't
so it's
surpass
like-
D Wade.
it's
So
at
that's
that
why I
point.
say y'all. You got to explain that shit.
Listen,
better,
it's like
because he's not a Dwayne
He
Wade.
might
not
not
a
better player, but y'all discredit when y'all be act like when he say shit like
He's the second greatest shooting guard of all time.
When you
Or
say
third.
stuff,
I mean, am I wrong?
no, when you say stuff like "cuz" out of context, you just said, "I'm just hearing he's a good teammate." Ah, that's so.
No, he's
rude.
talking about what we talking about.
Pretty much.
Am I
So
wrong?
you saying that we undervalue? I feel like you saying he's undervalued when he's worldwide known as the third greatest shooting guard of all
But
time.
then everybody say, "Wow, should I be hearing
They
shit like?"
arguing now. They're trying to put
I
James
hear
Harden
stuff
in
like Klay
No,
Thompson.
hell
no.
I start hearing point guard.
I started hearing
James
stuff
Harden,
like
point guard.
I heard
Yeah,
Klay Thompson and D Wade on the same level.
Who said that?
No, I did.
Jeff T just said that.
You start, man. You
Jeff
listen to
T
people
said
that
what?
looking for clickbait.
No, I'm just saying, but
Jeff
those
T said
narratives,
what?
like clickbait, become
Jeff Teague is a
reality.
podcaster.
No, I'm just saying, but clickbait make things reality. Then I'm talking to somebody and they
While we
repeat that.
podcast.
Hey,
That's
Jeff
people that don't know what the
T
fuck they
said
talk
what
about. I would
again?
never argue that Klay Thompson is on the same level with D Wade.
Paul Pierce ain't either.
He don't even got a dribble package.
That, that was my excuse. Like he can't even.
He can't even dribble.
Yeah.
He can shoot though.
He just
Yeah,
he know how to come off curls and
Nah,
shoot
he
the
not-
ball.
he not.
I'm
mid
mad
range.
at
Hey,
D-Wade.
D-Wade.
I'm mad at D-Wade.
And he was a great
himself.
defender, but D Wade wasn't no home defense.
Yeah.
He's a great defender too.
Yeah, you got to explain that, what you're trying to say better. Because
Because I ain't going for that. For that.
No, he's not better than Bron, but
you said he was better than
at
Bron.
one point
Yeah,
he
you
was.
did say
At one
that.
point he was.
Yeah,
I said at one point he was better. Thought he was way better than Bron at one point.
Yeah.
Hey,
Everybody agreed when you said that.
Everybody agreed with
so
that.
before I move on to the next topic, we all agree that that whole thing with OKC and Minnesota, it ain't had nothing to do with Russ. It was just that OKC outplayed them, basically, right?
Yeah.
It
You don't blame it on like
How do we?
No.
What are you talking about?
These kids are
Okay,
too young to be talking about rust.
I can agree with that.
Wait, what game you talking about?
OKC,
Which
they went
game?
up
1 or
2-0.
2?
But when I'm talking about no, even though they went up 2-0, the thing is they're what the narrative is, and the media is saying, was OKC just did they outplay them, or was Minnesota like too rusty coming off of series because they had already finished their series up before,
OKC finished their series
they finished
first.
they-
They should be the ones that was rusty.
and that's what they trying to figure out. Did because if you finish your series
No,
up
you talking
first,
about against Minnesota.
Right, Minnesota.
OKC went to
7.
Right,
They
that's
played-
what I'm
they-
saying.
They, played,
Okay,
they had one day
and
off
they
and
trying to
played.
figure out, do you blame it on just OKC
No,
playing
but-
better than them,
no.
or was Minnesota just rusty?
I think it was coaching. I don't think Rusty had
Yeah,
nothing
I
to do with
don't
it
think it had to do with
because we can't say they was rusty and Julius Randle had 20 points in the first half.
Yeah, because he was balling.
Yeah,
then
he was
all of a
balling.
sudden, I
But
didn't see
they
him
set
much
him-
in the
they
third
set-
quarter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't get to play in the third. All kind of. I think it was just.
and
He one of the older players on there.
Right.
I just think it was.
and just like you said, Jay, I didn't see fucking Rudy Gobert at all.
Bro,
in the
he
first
had
2
3
games.
rebounds all
But
game.
he can't.
Like,
but
dude,
he was in foul trouble. Most of
3
the game.
rebounds
He
all
caught-
game.
he caught a
played
foul in that game.
He played.
He caught a foul in that game. Remember, like in the first minute and a half.
wanna
or so,
say
he
he-
had 2-3 fouls.
Yeah, because that's
I don't have to look to see how many minutes he played. But he played
Nah,
enough minutes where he didn't have to have
suck
3
in this
rebounds.
Series. They, Gobert.
yeah.
Like
Bro,
he,
I watched him.
he
I
hard
watched the
to-
ball come into his hands in the paint, and he bobbles every one of them.
yeah,
He
just-
He got no hands.
He can't catch.
Nah, he
bro.
can't
Stone
catch.
hands.
He don't
bro.
got no offense, nothing.
Nah, he can't catch.
And
bro.
defensively, he can't do nothing. either.
Stone hands.
All right, well,
You ain't gonna be able to play him a lot. in
how
this
do y'all
series.
how do y'all think New York lost game 1?
Jalen Brunson.
By letting Indiana in what 3 minutes?
That wasn't Jalen Brunson's fault.
No,
hey,
I,
I'm saying before
take
that,
back.
Yeah, you wildin'.
Yeah, I'm saying,
They
hey,
was whooping their ass, and then they just
No,
they stepped up the
to be
game.
honest- to
They
be
was-
honest, no. To be
at the
honest,
5-minute mark, they was-
they went on their run when Jalen Brunson was on the bench.
what I'm saying, yeah, because they was
what I'm
up at
saying,
the
take that
5-minute mark. They was up 17, and then like 3 minutes left, you was up 14. How you let Indiana come back?
That was a miracle, bro.
NBA is it's the game of runs, bro.
Let's call it is what it is.
We-
That
you
was
say
a
the first
miracle.
half.
That nigga Naismith hit like 5 threes in a row.
Yeah, he got lucky.
But no, New York lost that game themselves. You go to the free throw line and you keep missing free
Yeah,
throws.
yeah, you missed free throws.
They
Jalen
left-
Brunson turned the ball over. Like
Man.
they just did a lot of
They
careless.
left 12 points at the free throw line. 12 fucking points at the free throw line, bro.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
they
y'all had turnovers.
They just choked.
yeah,
Turnovers.
That was a choke. That was a classic
and then
choke.
not only top of that, I was saying that
Indiana was making shots.
And
New York-
Naismith went crazy.
right.
Yeah.
And then on if he hit that first 3, why ain't I mean, you know what? I gotta guard you. After that second 3, after that, okay, I gotta really put pressure on
I
you.
mean, they probably thinking like he ain't
Dude,
gonna just keep hitting that shit.
Yeah, like he
That
was
one-
hitting unbelievable.
Dude,
No.
that one when his feet were in the air,
was
he
hitting
just threw.
shots
I'm
and
like,
just
nah.
falling on the ground. Like them was
The shot he shot.
I thought it was like 2 4-point plays in a row.
When he made the
Exactly.
3-point game, that was a crazy
Hey,
shot too.
now answer this question. You don't think, because I know when I was watching that game, I'm looking like, hold up, New York.
was
When they
putting
scored,
defense on.
why you trying to go right back down and score quickly? Come down, run the fucking clock, run your offense. And it was like about 3 times where they shot the ball with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Why you shooting so damn fucking early, New York?
And then
Run your offense.
And then Halliburton hit the luckiest game-winning
We
three.
can't even call that luck.
And then-
Sometimes
That was luck. The nigga,
Son,
the ball
he do
went,
that.
bounced and went 8 feet up in the air and came
I'm
right
saying, I
back
don't even
down.
call that low. He
And
he just turned around
he
and
hit
shot
the
it.
other one. He
But,
hit the other one live.
Corey,
in the
to
series
go to
against
your,
like
Cleveland.
that.
to go to
Didn't
your
bounce that
point,
high.
No, it didn't bounce. but-
sometimes when teams come out of series and they go to another series, they get players get to playing the current team as if they was
Oh,
playing
playing
the
the last team.
Yeah.
So by them taking those shots so fast, they was doing that against Boston. That's how they was coming back and
Right.
beating Boston. So they was playing the same way as they was playing against Boston.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
But I blame that on Thibodeau. It's like, hey, no, we up this. Hey, let's slow the rock down.
I
Let's
think
run
that's
the
why
offense.
New York losing too.
Yeah.
Is that what,
And
is that what
Because
your
y'all
sources
running,
told you?
they running.
Is that what your sources told you?
No,
Don't do that.
that's just me
Listen,
watching basketball.
I think the Knicks are fucked up because they trying to run with Indiana too.
Right, and then not on
Right,
top of
Indiana's
this,
the highest
I
scoring
agree.
team in
Hey,
basketball.
But you-
I
they
agree
can
with
slow it down.
I agree with Jay too. In that first game, why wouldn't Cat take his ass down low, run the offense through him, and let him go to work for those last 3 minutes? His ass want to stay above the 3-point line.
because they playing fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
And
But
Jalen
they-
Brunson is holding the ball.
They playing in the
the
Indiana.
whole thing with
Mm.
his dribble trying to get his shit.
The thing is, nobody really noticed because nobody really watches Indiana basketball, but they are the highest scoring team in basketball.
Yeah, because Indiana got a point guard.
I think they scored like 160 points one game this year.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I watch Indiana. I mean,
Like
I think
Jalen
Indiana
Brunson,
good.
not running the offense, bro. He running the Jalen Brunson fucking offense.
Yeah,
And they can't even stop his
And,
little ass.
and it's weird because
But then like he said, when they coming back, you got to run the offense, bro.
it's weird because Jalen Brunson is good enough to play the fast paced shit, but the rest of his team ain't. So you gotta they are not dictating it.
Jalen Brunson, it looked like Jalen Brunson fighting all them niggas by himself.
because he could play like that.
in the combined
But
two
that's
games,
messing them up.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what's messing them up. Because
So-
when they went on their run,
Yeah, that's what's messing
when they
them
went
up.
on their run, they had to slow down. So now everybody could get involved. You play a half court
All right,
offense without Jalen.
so let me ask you a question. We one big family, right? We all brothers.
Yeah.
I'll take that back. Me and you brothers.
All right.
Y'all are cousins and nephews. We the big bros though. We the big homies.
Yeah.
We all go to the mall, get in a fight. This nigga go into Dairy Queen in the middle of the fight.
That shit
and
is
then all
wild.
my nephews and cousins trying to help me, but they can't do much. I'm over here fighting for my life. Y'all swinging, but y'all ain't really doing nothing.
Right.
But this nigga in Dairy Queen.
Oh,
Who he gonna be more mad at? Y'all for letting me get my ass beat, or him for leaving and not even trying to fight?
gonna be mad at us.
Because he the big dog.
What?
He the big dog.
Oh no, I'm gonna be.
So,
I'm
At least we jumped in.
all
I'ma be mad at him like a motherfucker.
all them players. Michael Bridges.
Wait, so
play-
you saying y'all mad at Cat? Cat is the big dog?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Cat had 35 game
Man,
one.
I don't give a damn.
He got a double-double.
A
I don't
double-double,
give a
yeah.
damn. What was he in the fourth quarter?
He ain't
I don't
show
know
up.
what
I
he had
don't
in the
know,
fourth.
but
He ain't show up
that's
in the
why I
fourth
said-
quarter. He ain't
listen,
show up in
all I
overtime.
That's
see-
why I
all
said
I
it goes
see-
back to Jalen Brunson.
All
Listen, all
I
I'm
see
saying
on the TV screen is Jalen Brunson fighting 100 niggas.
But that's what they
and then
want you to
Michael
see.
Bridges
That's
throwing
what-
a
That's what
punch.
listen.
But
Josh
that's
Hart
what-
throwing a
that's-
punch.
Hey, but that's marketing.
That's my whole point, though. My whole point is Jalen Brunson is not distributing the ball. They don't run no offense. Jalen Brunson's dribble the ball.
But I ain't gonna say that. Listen,
What
that
you say?
was-
20 seconds on the shot
All
clock.
right, listen, punch.
If he's not doing a step back, he's trying to find somebody last minute.
All right,
and
listen.
Because
they
he's the
not-
only one that got a guaranteed
Listen,
bucket.
this
But
my-
look at Hollenberger. Hollenberger come down and
He's a
he's
trooper.
running the offense, so they scoring at.
He's got a whole team of shooters.
They not
Punch, I
running
see-
down the whole
Punch, I see what you
shot
said.
clock.
I see what you're saying.
He got a whole team of
I see what you're
shooters.
saying. I think that the way Jalen Brunson play has worked for them in other instances.
That's
But
why I
against
said they play against
Indiana,
them like Boston. What I
against
say last
Indiana,
week,
you can't.
I said Indiana
they
is a
can't
gritty
run.
team,
They can't
and they
run
play
with
too many
Indiana.
people.
So you're playing with Jalen Brunson. He is a guard that can play that type of offense.
But
But he's not
everybody
doing
else-
that. He's taking the ball and dribbling 20 seconds, just trying to get his own shot off.
Yeah.
Because he
Then
ain't got
passing it.
a whole bunch of people that Tyrese Halliburton got
But
that he can
but-
dish the ball off and hit an open
Yes, you
shot.
do got those people.
They not hitting them.
Who?
What you mean?
Who's gonna shoot?
They not hitting
OG and
them.
McHale
gonna
can
shoot?
shoot. OG and McHale can do that.
Inconsistent.
They they can do it.
At least
They
about 10
not
points in the
doing
fourth
it.
quarter. No, he ain't averaging.
Yeah, yes.
But he didn't hit.
He-
Bridges is the only one fighting back with him.
Okay.
Well,
Cat-
Josh
Cat
Hart really
fighting
not a
back.
scorer.
Josh
Cat
Hart played
fighting.
defense.
He played defense.
Yeah.
And he scores. He get his own points.
Right.
He might hit
Just
that,
off
he
a
might hit
hustle
a three.
or something like that.
He might hit a three here and there, but he get his own points.
Indiana got
All right, well.
5 to 6 people that
I said that last.
all
yeah,
offensive
I
players.
said that. Indiana got. That's why I said Indiana had the best team. Right. But I didn't know if Indiana. I looked at the NBA now. You know, because the spectacle they put around New York, I was like, man, maybe they want New York to go to the finals. Yeah. But I think Indiana got the best team. The Knicks don't even play enough people.
Yeah. No. Exactly. First of all, Thibodeau ain't never played enough people.
I think if they slow the game down, they got a better chance.
Deep, right? Is it 8 or 7?
It might be.
Who?
Thibodeau, he played like 8.
He played like 6.
7.
Like 6 or 7.
It's 7 because McBride get in, and then he'll play campaign.
Yeah, here and there.
Every now and then.
And he shouldn't even play campaign. He
come in and get him some energy.
Well, what I'm also saying is,
they throw the ball. One shot went over the backboard.
Do you think
they like him with the Bulls or something?
No, he was terrible, bro.
Do you think that Cat need to carry his ass down there in the post more? Yeah, I believe he need to carry his ass down there in the post.
I mean, that's something you get knocked on by everybody.
It depends.
Man,
I think I think he should, but
he don't.
He shoot threes. He scored though. Like why?
But this what we used to knock Julius Randle for. If your score, if your stats don't relate to wins, then what do it matter?
Exactly.
But we're not talking about.
That's why I said
wins. I'm talking about what he's doing now.
This is what I'm saying.
Oh, his career.
You said he get the numbers.
No,
but
I'm
if
not
we
saying,
ain't winning because of them numbers, what the fuck do it matter?
They are winning in the East Conference Finals. What are you
they
talking
down
about?
Last year,
because of Cat?
Conference Finals. Look, this is what I'm saying. I get it though, because it could draw fouls. So that's why I would want.
And he can hit his free throws.
He can hit his free throws, and you know what I'm saying. For the defense, they put pressure on the other.
Why do they need to have Mitchell Robinson in there when you got?
Does he get rebounds?
Yeah, he get rebounds.
Can't get the rebounds.
That ain't Cat.
He just proved us that Cat average a double-double.
I understand Mitchell Robinson getting rebounds, but I'm not trying to get that ball.
But
Mitchell Robinson,
I ain't trying to give him the rock.
They
keep fouling him. He got his free throws.
But Miles Turner, Miles Turner is a scoring big.
Mitchell Robinson defense is good.
They will prefer Robinson on him than Cat.
Rudy Gobert can't play no offense, but Rudy Gobert get playing time because he has a
defense.
He has a presence.
But at the same time, though, he can hit his free throws. Mitchell Robinson can't hit a free throw to save his fucking damn life.
Gobert can't shoot neither.
But that was a mistake that Thibodeau made that he made the last game.
Why you got him in there too long?
He had him in there too long when he should have had Cat in there. That's a
I
coach
think
problem.
One Cat in foul trouble.
But regardless, that was in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
That nigga in the game.
That nigga's
you know what I'm saying?
He wants to be. I think he'd say. I don't know what the nigga say he is, but he good enough to. You got to trust him with those fouls in the late game.
Yeah,
that should start one of your star players.
Yeah, but I was saying
you got to put him in the game.
Cat still put up points and rebounds. So if you're in the post or not, if he give you the points, so
but
what? But what I said.
But at the end of the game, you need to be down.
But that's why I compared him to Julius Randle, because the narrative on Julius Randle was, well, he got the points and they ain't winning.
But what that got to do with what I'm talking about with Cat?
Because Cat get the points, but he had 35 and they lost.
And then I know
what that got to do,
because you saying he getting
the points, but I'm telling you, he still gave you 35, regardless if he's in the post or not. That's what I'm talking about. I don't care about.
I'm just saying, but in the game points, the way you get the points could matter. You can kill a team. You can kill a team.
That's what I said. That's why
you can kill a team in the post and it's effective.
But that's what I just told him. I said that's why I said. I see, because he should be in the post to include
fouls. It's a difference if you get 35.
So that's what I agree. I said that.
Yeah, all right. So we're saying the same thing.
But I'm still saying at the same time, like 35.
But it could be non-effective.
But at the same time,
but that could be like, back and forth in the third quarter, y'all going back and forth. All you, but when it gets down to crunch time, what are you doing?
You could deplete a team by the way you score.
Because one, Mikal Bridges on the court, but then OG Anunoby was on the court. But I'm also trying to figure out, I think that far as like perimeter wise, Mikal Bridges is a better defender than OG. And why was OG mostly on Halliburton bringing the ball up the court? Hey, switch that shit. Mikal, you own him. You a better perimeter defense than OG.
Because Indiana's running screens.
Yeah.
They're running off the screens.
Yeah.
So it don't really matter who come up on them. They just going to switch off.
I just think this is a bad matchup.
It do matter because
it depends on if you switching. Right, on the switch.
When the switch comes.
I just think it's a bad matchup. But
and you probably want to hold Mikal his endurance because he's a scorer too in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so he turned that shit on in the fourth.
Yeah, you don't want him guarding
the whole. He just ruined my parlay the other day. He had 6 points and ended up in the fourth quarter scoring End up with 20. I said, that's
Yeah,
bad.
like the first 3 quarters, he looked like he ain't worth a dime they gave him. And then the fourth quarter come, he looked like a max player.
But OG got me paid one day in the fourth quarter because he did the same thing.
Yeah, I just think Indiana.
It's a bad matchup for the
Indiana's
Knicks.
a better team, and their coach better.
Exactly.
Their coach is very underrated.
Thibodeau out of there? If they lose
Well, first of all, they want him fired. New York, my sources
Yeah.
tell me that they want him out of there right now.
Yeah, they wanted him out of there because he played him too long.
Yeah, well, we know that.
They was
Man,
trying to
that's
get
how
him
he
out.
did in Chicago.
He ruined all our lives.
Shit.
We would have had a championship.
Right, exactly.
I don't know.
Don't say all. That's
Hey,
you guys.
But I fuck
Bulls
with him.
fans,
Even though he
man, not the
wrong,
Celtics
I fuck
fan,
with him
man.
because he stand on that shit. They just did an interview with him and he did not feel bad about what he did with Derrick Rose. Like he broke
He
it
did it
down.
with him and Joakim though.
He broke it down like, oh, they was coming back. Bro.
They wasn't coming back.
They were down
Yeah,
13.
it was, man, that's crazy.
Like Derrick Rose shouldn't have been in that game.
Yeah, that hurt our heart. Dude.
I'm gonna do this last little basketball tip, then we'll switch over to the NFL real quick. Basically, what y'all got to think about this damn? And I'm going to the WNBA. You ain't got much to say on it. You ain't got it. But what you think about this whole shit between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark? What everybody talking about? I mean, because we seen it was a hard basketball foul. They said it was a flagrant, and then after that, Caitlin Clark walked away, and then here come Angel Reese teammates. They didn't grab her. They grabbing Caitlin Clark. And I know Caitlin Clark is one of those people that she gonna talk mad shit the whole game. But my problem is with her is why you gotta talk shit and then walk away. Stand on business. If I fouled you, I'm right back up in your face because you came at me. I'm right back up. Yeah, I fouled you. So what? She always do that.
I just think I think we put too much into
That's what I'm saying.
That-
The media is putting way too much shit into it.
the fans too.
They
Like
hooping.
they hooping.
I'll let y'all handle that, and I'll say my
that's
little.
women problem. But like you said, like they said, they both at the press conference said it's just basketball. players. Just
I think we put too much.
No, the
Yeah.
media-
us.
It wasn't
Us
even
good
that
content.
big.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just
It wasn't even
good
that
content
big.
for the
it-
media to do
it's-
that.
it's
So
good
now when they
content,
talk
but-
about it, just lead to
But you know, you
See-
look at the comments and all
What
that
you got
shit.
to say about it?
So I refrain from diving too much into it because I don't like getting into the race thing and it started getting about race.
It sells.
Right.
And I just think people take a lot of simple shit too far, and then everybody got to have something to say about it. So I kind of just want to stay away from it. But I will say, if you take race out of it, which is going to be, it's kind of hard to fucking do
It's America.
because the narrative that everybody put around Caitlin Clark coming into the league, and then Angel Reese making herself the villain.
Did she make herself?
She
made
well,
it.
she put it on
bought
her.
into it.
She bought into it. She said she'd wear it.
Yeah.
All that
But was it?
because
Forced on her?
let me can I get my
yeah.
can I?
Yeah, my
So
bad, my
so
bad.
at the end of the college, the championship,
Yeah.
it was kind of a I'm a Caitlin Clark person, I'm an Angel Reese person, but that narrative could have been changed instead of leaving it at that spot where it was for that national championship, and then changing the narrative moving forward. She jumped into that outfit, wore it, and I don't think she was prepared for what being a villain looks like when you're a black minority woman against the best probably the top 5 basketball player in the league.
Yeah.
So you're fighting against
and
a unwinnable fight. Angel Reese can't win this fight.
nah, she can't.
And it's only going to bring herself, and she's still a female. So you got to remember that all these emotions that she's going through is going to start to show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's gotten way too far out of hand.
Yep.
I don't even think Caitlin Clark had a problem with Angel Reese.
No, she didn't.
And I think Angel Reese does have an underlying problem with Caitlin Clark.
Because I think the problem with her come from if y'all be honest and y'all go back, Angel Reese was really the biggest one her junior year.
Yeah.
It was her.
Yeah.
They was trying to pay her to go to the league. Remember? She decided to stay. It was her. And then when she did this, it gave notoriety to Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
when she did this back to her.
Yep.
Yeah, because Caitlin Clark did it first.
Yeah.
And I wasn't mad at
South
Angel Reese
Carolina.
then.
Yeah,
She
So
wasn't.
did it
See,
back to
let's
her.
be clear. We're not mad at her.
No,
Yeah.
I'm piggybacking off what you said.
Right.
That gave it to her. So now you open up, like you said, you don't want to get into it, but it opened up the race card.
Yep.
It opened up white America versus black America. Because then you heard the vice president say, oh, Clayton Clark can still come to the, even though they lost,
Even though they lost.
still come to the White House. So now you get that. So that's where it started. So now Angel Reese is in her, like, that was me.
Right.
Angel Reese,
Yeah, I
Angel Reese
remember
fucked up because she signed with fucking Reebok. She didn't sign a Nike, she signed a fucking Shaq
Reebok, yeah.
and Island Iverson.
Yeah, she signed.
So that's why you let her take your spot. If you'd have signed to the right organization.
They'd have been. They'd
Yeah.
been working together.
So my sources say
They undefeated. Your source is undefeated.
it goes back to WNBA was like, all right, let's get this marketing together. And let's start from where the NBA started at.
Because they're not even really rivals.
Let's start where the NBA started. That made them go global. Let's go back to the Bird Magic.
Bird Magic.
Yeah, I can see that.
They do
That
it.
saved
They
the
do it
NBA.
in every sport. Though.
That saved the
So
NBA.
what? But that's the NBA been around for 20 years with no damn near 20 years. Wait, 30 years.
Not with
20 years.
and not with this type of
And not with
scrutiny.
this,
I get it.
not with this attention either.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the way the NBA
I
went
think they
global.
selling out games now.
Yeah, let's go back to when the NBA started going global. Let's go back to the Bird and Magic. Now we got that. Now Juju Watson was gonna come and be Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
But we got to see
her
how
leg
she,
up.
she
I agree with that.
And then not only top of that, you got
I like that too.
You got the Aces.
That comparison.
yeah.
You got you got the Las Vegas Aces and the New York Liberty. They rivals because remember they beat them in the finals. Then now, okay, we come back, we beat y'all in the finals. Now that's a rival. You look at that like Lakers, Celtics. Like if they both keep getting there, so the WNBA got something here cooking. I can see all that, and like you said, with Juju Watkins when she get right.
I bet Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, the Sky Fever game get more ratings than that.
Yeah, they said they
United
playing the United Center this year.
Dude.
They're not even gonna play at the smallest.
That game there, and then not only top of that, the Paige Beckers. Once Paige Beckers really get her feet up under it, because a lot of people don't realize that Paige Beckers was on the one that was doing everything in the college before Caitlin Clark hit the scene. But Paige
it
Beckers
was
kept
her
getting
first,
hurt.
though. She got hurt. It was her before Angel Reese.
Exactly. So if she come into the WNBA like she's in right now and get back to that, now you adding on like, okay, here's another fucking damn star. And then now we got Juju Watkins just waiting in the wing.
She ain't waiting in the wing.
Well,
She
what?
is-
Yeah. If she come out,
waiting on injury reserve.
if she come out like after her junior year and she got that start, man, because look, you see her on a lot of damn commercials, bro. Nike. She was in a commercial with
State Farm.
State Farm. She was in a
Counting the eggs before they hatch.
I had another take, but
The
they would get
WNBA
too
would have
much.
been big.
They would have get too much in the race.
Fucking tampon.
They would just get too much in the race.
sponsorships and shit like that. And fucking.
It's okay.
They don't?
We in the same
Yeah,
space.
that's
Nah, I
crazy.
think-
They
I
probably
think-
don't wear them.
I think
Probably
all
don't
of
get
y'all,
periods.
I think you're right.
They take
as
some
hell.
hormone pills.
Getting to the women
I just think
products.
it's just crazy because as black people, we always gonna look at like Angel Reese probably got people in her ear too. Like black people gonna be
You let that
we
white
make-
girl
we
whoop
make-
your
yeah,
ass.
Nah, and we and then it become as minorities, you like, damn, we built this shit, and y'all just giving everything to the white girl, like,
Yeah.
and
But
they don't know how
Angel
to
Reese
check
can't
it.
do nothing about that because she ain't that tight of a player.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, but you know how other people get in
Right,
your
yeah,
ear, like
yeah,
other
how
black
people-
people can make you look
Yeah.
and view it racist when you shouldn't.
Especially when she in
'Cause,
Chicago.
What was
Yeah, like, hey, you
Right.
gotta be better. Like, and
But
it's just like,
but her personality, even though we understand black people personalities, she nice to us because we know that's not like real mean.
Right.
But like I told, like when I'm at work and I'm talking to, it's two black people talking to each other and they like, nigga, fuck you, woo, woo, woo. And the white people like, it's like, what?
Yeah,
I'm
I-
like, no, they're not
that's
mad at
just
each
us.
other. They just talk to each other like that. So Angel Reese just talking the way she's like you
know how
said,
to
she bought
talk.
into the villain role.
Yeah.
So she's saying stuff that they don't understand. Like she sound pissed, she sound mad, she sound
angry black woman.
angry black woman.
yeah,
Yeah,
it happens to all
But-
black men.
but we don't look at it like that. But where the marketing dollars come from, that's what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
can't put marketing behind
Yeah.
her.
And we look at her when she dressed and we like, oh, that's just she young, she a girl, black, woo woo. But they looking at her like, well, she dressed like a fuck. Why she dressed like that, like a hoochie? Like they don't get that part.
That time she went to Wild and
all
Out,
of it.
and she had her butt cheeks all out.
All of it, all that playing to it.
They don't get it.
I just hate that it didn't got that.
They feed, like I said, they feed so
The
much into
people
Caitlin Clark. But
Ray
people don't
said-
realize is that Caitlin Clark is one of the biggest trash talkers in the fucking WNBA.
Yeah.
Will talk shit every.
Yeah, but you don't see that in the commercials.
Yeah.
Right,
You don't
exactly.
see. You don't see that in marketing.
And you don't
Shit,
see
Michael
it on
Jordan was the biggest
you don't-
trash talker.
yeah,
in
thank
the
you.
world.
You don't
Bird
see it on the
was
floor
too.
though, because she's smiling every time.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
she
But
got
she
a
was
genuine
doing
love
like-
for the game, and
Nah,
she talks shit.
Yeah, and she was doing that with old girl did to her to other people, but when it become a thing, white people
Because
don't
remember,
take that perspective and all that.
Remember
I
that
just,
year?
I just know it's marketing, and I just be like,
remember that year that Iowa played South Carolina in that championship game, and Jackson was out there 3-point line. Caitlin Clark was in
Told her
the
to
paint,
shoot.
just like shoved off.
Yeah, she came back the next
I didn't
year.
even realize they was playing against each
Came
other.
back the next
way
year. That
before
wasn't in the
LSU.
championship
man.
game she weighed off. That was the year before.
I didn't
yeah,
even
that was
know.
the year
That was
before,
the game where she did that to old girl.
Yeah.
And in the next
And
series,
then-
they played.
And then
as
South
regional,
Carolina
as
came
regional
back the year and beat the brakes off of them.
I didn't even realize that they was playing against each other way before LSU. I didn't
Yeah.
even know she went to
She
Maryland.
went to Maryland first.
And,
She went to Maryland first.
and they had to
transferred
play each
LSU.
other all the
Yeah.
time. So it's just but I get the NBA, I mean, all that shit. Marketing, race sales, you get
Ratings. Yeah.
you get the race in there, it's gonna get ratings. Now you got
Alright.
people that don't even like
What y'all
But then
think?
you fucking with people's lives though.
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
It's one thing to market a rivalry and make it about basketball, but
Exactly.
I don't even think I don't even.
Let's
I hate to say the NBA don't want it, but let's move on. We'll
no,
move
let's
on.
be honest
Yeah,
though.
I got you.
You got people now that's casual fan that never watched WNBA and the race shit started. They watch that shit now.
Yeah, they watch, but them be the main people. Like they really think that they know basketball. If they don't, they be talking the most shit. Just
They gonna
clickbait.
come back.
Yeah.
No.
I think this over.
What y'all think about the NFL players playing Olympic flag football in 2028?
Stupid.
Yeah, they don't get no money from that.
That's not even their fucking sport.
Yeah, and you definitely risking
And you not making
because
no
you don't
money.
even though it ain't contact, a motherfucker could go
Hey,
twist
You
his
still
ankle.
running hard as hell.
Yeah. I was about to say.
Hey,
y'all-
the
It's
owners.
the same thing with the
owners
NBA
not gonna let
players.
them do
playing.
that.
Yeah, but the NBA they
NBA
do that shit though.
The NBA's playing
This flag,
basketball.
this
They
flag
play
football,
This is flag
bro.
football.
They not hitting nobody.
football.
And they got time to recover. Like the NFL season starts as soon as they get back.
Yeah,
Like we already went over. We went over this like one of the early episodes.
Yeah.
Flag football, they got their own players.
yeah.
They got their own league. Let them use their players.
That one guy got mad at Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes said something about it earlier. Before they said it was that they can play.
And he was like,
Yeah,
I know
I
more
just
than
think that
Patrick
shit's
Mahomes.
stupid.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
Yeah, that shit.
I feel like they should play.
Let
it.
let the American flag football players that
Yeah,
are
now they
dope
talking about
represent
Tom-
their sport.
Now they talking about Tom
They
Brady
play it
not
all the
playing that
time.
shit.
Oh, that's why you say he coming back.
Yeah,
Tom
they was
Brady.
talking about the football. They was talking about the
And I'm telling you right now, I seen highlights of these players that play in these flag football leagues. They dope. They different.
Oh yeah,
It's different
they-
rules.
they-
like
they-
it's gonna be different.
They do some shit. You can't even get the flag. Like I'm
'Cause
sure these NFL players can't do no
the
tricks and shit.
closest we come to play flag football is when they do the fucking Pro Bowl. That's it.
And that shit trash.
And that's
yeah,
new.
don't even watch it.
Horrible.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I
I'm
ain't
looking
even
at
watched the
that.
Pro Bowls since
That
they
shit
started.
is
that
crazy.
crap.
man.
Last Pro Bowl I watched was when Devin Hester was in it for the Bears.
Yeah, I ain't.
Damn.
Yeah, so I think that's crazy.
Yeah, that's been a minute. All right, so y'all know what RG3 said about Angel Reese, right?
He didn't say. See, that's what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
He made a comment and said he said what everybody else said. I don't think they like each other, bruh. I not fuck with old boy Ryan Clark. I think he one of the I like to pivot all that, but that's what I be saying when black people take stuff overboard. Like all he said was, she must not like her, and now you talking about him
Well,
marrying
that's
white
the same
girls
thing
and
everything
all that.
else.
Like,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah.
man. Like that.
Well, I
shit.
think
No,
Ryan-
he
I think
didn't talk
Ryan-
about him marrying white women.
His exact comment was,
he told him
how
that,
how can you say
but
anything
he
about
didn't,
black
he
women,
didn't criticize him for marrying a white woman.
bruh?
No, he didn't. Yeah, he
Y'all kidding me? He said
he
you
didn't.
can't say you are not the person that can say anything because you married two white women.
No, he said he was trying to explain to him that
Even explain to me what does that mean?
You don't you want to explain this because you
No, I'm saying what does that mean when you
explain it.
please,
Go ahead, break it down, Jay.
please. So
I think Ryan Clark was wrong in what he said when he brought up the wife.
He was wrong.
I'm not one of those people that you love who you love. Love who you love. That's all I'm gonna say. But that don't mean that a person is less black or has any knowledge of what any other black person goes through based off who they're in a relationship with at the time.
correct.
So at that, I just think that Ryan Clark got a previous beef with RG3.
Yeah, he do.
Because RG3 appears to be the corniest nigga in sports.
Fact.
And I think Ryan Clark just don't like him. And I think he used that opportunity to come for him, and I think it was wrong.
Yeah. So I agree with your take.
RG3, I don't even care what his take was because all he said was, what I'm assuming that he meant by it was basically going off of what he saw. And he thinks that maybe, like I said earlier, maybe she has a problem with Caitlin Clark personally at this point.
Yeah.
Which, if you know the whole story, we go back to college and then look where we are now and the optics of everything and Nike, Reebok, you could probably see an angle where Angel Reese don't really like her personally.
So RG3 didn't say nothing to justify.
But Ryan Clark,
No, he didn't.
Me,
I'm not saying Ryan Clark was right.
and then but
You said that he. What'd you say?
I said that he
said he shouldn't marry white women.
Bro, you know,
He said that-
you a black person. You know what he was insinuating.
he was pretty much
The
saying you date white
insinuation-
women,
Yes,
you can't
come on,
talk about
Pancho.
you don't know the
Come on, Pancho.
you don't know the fight that black women go through
Because you married white women.
You
Yeah,
wear
he
white
said
women.
that.
That is
And
criticizing
I
him
think
for
that's
marrying
wrong.
white women.
I think that's wrong.
Yeah, he's right.
So what are we talking about?
He's got a black
You
mom. He got
person?
black sisters.
No, I
he
was
probably dated black
looking at
people
it from you
before.
saying that he said
He didn't
you shouldn't.
exactly
Yeah,
say that.
yeah,
He
he did,
his comment insinuated that, and that's why I be mad at the whole. I'm over the whole Caitlin Clark thing because that's when it get too far when people start doing.
Yeah.
We gonna turn this into social justice type
Right.
shit, and bro, come on, man, just let them two not like each. I'm tired of talking about it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I just look at it, two basketball players out there hooping, man, and whatever happened.
Man, we see that happen.
Because I remember,
But I'm
but,
mess with it.
but when it first started, like I'm saying, and this was when these girls were kids, man, and at the height of the most attention they've ever got, kids, emotions high, they don't know how to handle this shit. Caitlin Clark sits at the podium and says, "We just playing basketball.
Yeah.
Y'all
But
trying to
that-
make this something that it ain't."
Because
Angel
she from a
said
different
too.
world.
And Angel Reese said it too. Like, yeah, she threw that in my face. That's what we do in the street.
Yeah.
That's how we do. We play basketball. But everybody else got to make it this spectacle. And now it's here. And Angel Reese might have a problem now.
I think that.
Yeah,
I
she
think
might-
that.
I think she-
I think
You know what I'm
as a
saying?
black
Now
person,
it might be something personal.
but that's black people. You get what I'm saying? We gonna take it.
That ain't just black people.
No, I'm just saying we gonna take it more deeper because we black. Like I said, she probably really had because other women in the WNBA have been accused of not liking her, not off her bat, but because y'all just giving the white girl everything, right?
But that's
So,
just hate.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying. So you've been around life. The older motherfucker come tell you, you get what I'm saying? She has people in her ear probably doing race baiting too.
Yeah.
So what
her-
I'm saying is, that's my point. When they were kids,
Why he said he probably really, she really not.
when they
she
probably really
probably
should have
really
been on that,
yeah.
they was trying to tell the world stop.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah.
But now you're gonna get older, and the older you get, you can't. You
now
fall
my
for the race
emotions
bait.
in it. Yeah.
So
I
you
don't
saying
think
that
they're
people in
falling
her
for the race
ear,
bait.
telling her shit. That's when he's saying she probably really don't like her right now.
Yeah, I'm sure she don't at this point. Even,
After
even-
that incident-
It don't even got to be people really in her ear. Is what she's saying.
Yeah.
Like she was like, "Damn, I thought it was gonna be this, and now it's that." Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
you
then
thought you wanted
us
to be
as-
the villain, but you probably should have just shut the fuck
So,
up.
But
yeah,
then
'cause-
even us as fans, we create narratives that don't be true, and then we just assume they true
Right,
too.
because after that incident happened, the Fever was playing the Dream. She got into it. Caitlin Clark got into one of the players over there. The player looked at her crazy. What did Caitlin Clark do? Walked away after she said what the fuck she said.
You know, it's just like
But then you got to
It's
look at it like
basketball.
last season. It goes all the way back. Like remember when the girl bumped Caitlin
Oh,
Clark?
yeah.
But then
Everybody had a problem
Yeah,
with that.
it was a big deal. But when Andrew Reese got chokeslammed down, it was just like, man.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that affect you, bro.
Yeah,
You-
that's
So that grows to
the great
now.
white hope.
Yeah, so
yeah,
that grows
it
to
can happen with Bird. Think about
Yeah,
it.
that goes to him saying she probably really don't
No,
like
it
it.
can- I agree
like
with
her
that.
right now.
It's possible.
I guess also the way I look at it, and is to what Jay has said, is that okay, you got this rival here right now. I said I don't think the WNBA is not really gonna explode until fucking Juju Watkins get in there. Because her game is totally different from Caitlin Clark. She ain't going to shoot a lot of threes, but she all around. She can do it all. She got handles.
it was literally-
She can get to the cup.
It was literally about to be some NBA shit because Juju was gonna come and be Michael Jordan.
Yeah, she's gonna be Michael Jordan, but Caitlin Clark,
she's
style
nice.
of play is Steph Curry today.
Yeah.
She nice.
Yeah,
it
Steph
is.
Curry today. So that style of play is likable, is lovable. Fuck,
I mean,
like
because
it.
you got a lot of
Caitlin Clark get assists too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think she dope.
She's third in triple doubles.
Yeah, you got a lot of talented women that's finna come in there. Like, okay, let's think about Hannah Dog over there, Notre Dame. She fucking nice ass point guard. Tough as gritty as hell on fucking defense.
Nobody be talking about Asia Wilson.
I think
that's the problem right there. I think Asia Wilson.
I think that's what they meant. I think that's what they. I think that
She ain't the face of the league.
She should be.
She probably.
She got
Caitlin
her-
Clark is the face of the league.
She got her own shoe. She got a fucking statue out there in
But
front
when
of South
when you become the
Carolina.
face of the league, it'd be
Stu
bigger than.
got her own shoe,
listen,
too.
When you become the face of the league, it'd be
Sabrina.
bigger than. Even with Michael Jordan, it was bigger than the NBA. Like you said, them corporations.
Yeah,
Nike the biggest. Nike gonna make sure you the face of the shit.
Are they busting outside?
If
I'm not the only one to hear that.
Yeah, I heard that
That's
too,
what I'm
man.
saying.
no, that's real
It's a
talk.
garage right here too, right?
If
Yeah.
think
Back
about the
over on
man.
that side.
If
On that side.
Yeah.
if Ant, which they fast tracking Ant, he nice. But if he was signed to Nike, he'd be the face of the NBA.
Oh
already.
man.
But Ant don't want to be. He said he don't want to be.
But it doesn't. You could tell that when they want you to be, you gonna be it. He
Because-
ain't got no choice.
Because we know when was it old boy Zion? He signed to Jordan, so I'm thinking like, okay, all right. But then you just couldn't stay healthy.
His
man.
skill,
He couldn't stop eating. Couldn't stop eating in New
Him
Orleans.
and Ja Rule, when they want you to be the face, you gonna be the face.
Ja trying to be Ja Rule.
Yeah, Ja ruined his chance.
Yeah. What y'all
Murder.
what y'all think about the NFL and NBA expansion teams to other countries?
It's gonna happen.
It is gonna happen.
I think it should. I think if it happens, it should only happen under one circumstance.
Wait,
The country that the country that gets the team, the players got to be from that country.
Nah,
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. So, anytime you get the best players in that country, or the best 12, you get to recruit the 12 players you want from that country. That's your country's team to represent in the NBA. Now, after in the draft, you get the first dibs on any player out that country coming out that you want to draft. And then that person can't leave the team for this whole rookie contract. Now, as far as trades and all that stuff, that can happen. Just sort that part out. But when it comes to the expansion, you start with the countries, the players from the country, and then your draft, you get to draft the players from that country first. And if you do take them, they got to stay with the team their whole rookie contract. Because I feel like if you're going to have an expansion team in another country, that team should be represented by that country, those countries' players. I think that's the way it should be.
But
it's gonna
then,
be trash.
but then, listen.
Shit,
no,
what?
See, we gonna be garbage.
no, but then that ain't fair.
team.
If I'm
I
that
bet you. I bet you it's a team better than half these sorry ass teams in the league right
no,
now.
but then that can't
Well, I
work
guess
because
that'd
we
be
got
Olympic.
they
That'd be Olympic.
we
team,
got they
right?
players.
No, I'm saying for moving forward.
Yeah, that'd be like an Olympic team.
Yeah, that's
Moving
but
forward.
they not gonna do that. It's gonna be you go
No, I
wherever
take
you
Well,
go.
you can. I
That'd be
said you
trash.
could eventually, but think about it. If you get a team in a different country, the players you're gonna uproot these players from America to the other countries. That shit didn't work in Vancouver.
Man,
the only reason why I worked in Toronto is because it's so damn close.
Close. That's what I'm saying. I don't even
But
know
if
how
it
this
was
shit,
a-
how the traveling shit going.
Vancouver close to some United
Washington.
States. But you got LA out there. I used to go. I lived in Washington in the Navy, and we used to go to Vancouver
Right.
all the time.
Quietly
I
as
ain't saying
kept.
it
They
ain't.
think
I'm just saying.
It's
that
like an hour from
That's why I
Seattle.
said Washington.
they think Jacksonville want to move over there because they play so many damn games over there per season. Like they play like what 1 or 2 games overseas every year. Jacksonville. And I'm like, damn man, how many damn times y'all gonna play over there? I think Jacksonville about ready to move.
They must.
Probably move
I don't
overseas.
think it would work.
They must love. They must.
You don't think having the country players play for? I think it'll work.
I'm saying having other teams in other
See, I
countries
don't know
would
how it work because I can't
because
see
the
it.
transportation
I
is
was
just
about to
gonna
say that shit is
traveling.
yeah.
the trap. But they said they was gonna start with like Mexico or some crazy shit first.
Okay, now if you had Mexico, that's cool. It's close.
It was
That
something
one, yeah,
close.
but
I don't think, but it's gonna happen. But I don't see how it works with the travel. Like you talking about Europe, we gotta go play a game.
82, 42 back and forth.
Well, yeah, like
41. I mean,
wild.
41 games.
Because
back and forth.
how long?
wild,
Wait,
yeah.
And then
how
every
many,
2 days in the playoffs.
Yeah. That's
how many
crazy.
hours they up
Pancho
in
don't
there?
think they'll make
It's
the
like
playoffs.
16.
If they
Like
all-
about 16
Something
hours
near
on
there.
the plane.
From that country.
Yeah.
It'd be like how many countries you think that'll be?
Well, I
good?
mean,
It'd
once
be-
like if they add
depending on
another
where they
one
go.
team.
Well, I
from,
guess if you do it like that, the way you said Paris, that'd be good. Where fuck's Joker from?
Slovenia, Serbia.
They'll be
Yeah.
good because the Olympic teams was good.
yeah, but think
But
about how
Jokic can't. I'm not saying, but Jokic don't got to play on that team. Jokic stay on Denver.
think about how long
I'm
the
saying
flight would be
moving
though.
forward, like when you take an expansion team, because
Yeah,
they
that
got
flight
players
gonna
out
be
there
long
now.
as
shit. Yeah.
That they can
Gonna
use
get
those
jet lag
players.
like a mug.
Yeah.
I think France would be good. I think
Yeah, I don't know. That would be wild.
nah. I think
I don't
France
think
would be
it.
good.
I don't think
So
they'll do
then,
it.
but
Man,
then
they already
but then
better than us. They
but then
already
would
taking
have-
over the
But then
league.
they would have an argument. They're like, well, Canada ain't have to do that.
No, this is something moving forward. This
No, I
ain't
know
no
what you mean.
right.
I know what you mean. But yeah, I mean, that ain't no crazy. But I can't tell you how that's gonna work because I just like you. I just be thinking
Yeah,
of travel.
I just
like you said,
thinking.
41 games. I live in France. I
It's
gotta
crazy.
keep.
But
flying.
it was brought up
Like,
that they want to do expansion. We all know they want to expand the league to another country.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking of something dope, a way to do it. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, that ain't
I don't think it.
The NFL
travel
gonna do
is
it way
impossible.
quicker.
You got
The NFL
Yeah, but
already,
you got
they
a whole
already in
week.
the works.
Yeah.
But they already in the works though.
Yeah.
right.
They've been going over there what, for 15 years. Yeah.
Well,
it's-
Well, I mean, the same thing
happen.
applies for them. Well, yeah, I get what you're saying.
So
NBA
y'all,
been going over that. They do that too. They do preseason.
The preseason,
games.
yeah. They've been
But
doing
I
preseason,
don't
but
think they like.
they don't do no regular
advertise
season.
it
Yeah,
that
they
as
don't.
big as NFL.
But now they
games.
are kinda.
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's I don't know. It's
Yeah, that
crazy.
shit gonna be crazy when it happens.
Yeah, it's
It's
gonna
gonna take
happen.
some getting used to.
Right. Like I can see, like I said, I can see France being good. I can see what Joker's from being good. I can see maybe what's the team?
Yeah, they competitive.
Where did
'cause
Luka?
the
Where did
Olympics
Luka
be
come from?
competitive.
Luka played.
Slovenia?
Yeah.
The Olympics be competitive.
And I can see China probably being okay.
Get China the fuck out of here. There ain't no Yao Mings over there no more.
Yeah.
Come on,
China,
man.
Ain't no Jeremy
They all
Lin's and Yao
4 foot
Mings over there no
nine.
more. And then Stephon Marbury don't play for them clubs.
Yeah,
no
because
more,
if I'm
so-
an American, I ain't trying to get uprooted and I have to go live.
Right, yeah, that's
Well,
crazy.
yeah, man.
Probably be dope to live.
Well,
over there.
unless the DR had a team,
Yeah.
then I'm Zion.
Yeah.
But I ain't eating food.
Right. So
No drinking no liquor.
so you all
I'm
in
eating
agreement?
bitches.
No guess who today? No guess who
Nah,
game.
man, gotta do that, bro.
All right, because I was gonna touch up on the MLB, but ain't no need to do that because a certain person ain't got to talk about his punk ass Yankees. But this is all good, he out doing this little thing. But
I mean, if we want to brush up on some baseball, just talk about how good the Cubs are.
Yeah, they decent this year.
yeah, the Cubs is doing their thing. I give y'all that.
Yeah,
What's the
Pete
Cubs record?
Armstrong, that shit, think 31-21, maybe. I think they lost today.
decent
They lost
record.
today.
And the White Sox is just still ass, right?
Man, hey, what?
Yeah, that. They don't even
Who?
care. They don't even care neither. They just
I think 7-Up still give free White Sox tickets on the cans.
Yes.
that's crazy.
Yeah, didn't somebody just purchase a team not too long ago or put their team up for sale? I can't remember.
Hopefully, Ryan. See, on the subject that I know we about to get out of here, but I want to close with something. These owners that's fucking the teams up, they want to keep it in the family.
Yeah.
Reinsdorf, he one of them.
Yeah.
He one of them, man. Once he gone, I guarantee you, Chicago, the Bulls, and the Sox will start doing something better.
Wait, I thought he sold the Sox.
I think
he
he's
He wanted to,
He wanted to,
but I don't think anybody bought him yet.
man.
I know his son running the Bulls, and I think he's still running the White Sox.
I hated
And his son don't know what the fuck he doing at all.
I hated they had John Paxson doing the recruiting shit.
Man,
You know what?
shit was
Matter of
crazy.
fact, before we do get out of here, because you won here last week. What's your take on the NFL? NBA lottery? What happened?
Oh, it's rigged. We know that was that 100%
Prove the
knock the
shit we
doors off
heard about,
the conspiracy.
the shit we heard about Patrick Ewing back in the
That
day. I
shit
believe
is
all that
fucking
shit.
rigged.
Yeah, it's
There ain't no way in hell.
Something-
you ain't got no sources on that neither.
It ain't even rigged. Like we can't even call it rigged no more. They just doing
Right.
it.
They do whatever the fuck they want to do.
They
That's
their
gave
shit.
they
gave us Derrick Rose.
Now
Yeah.
we know for sure the NBA made the Luka trade happen.
Yeah.
And the reason why we gonna do that is because y'all gonna
We
get the
gonna
first pick.
we gonna give you
Yeah,
Cooper
come
flag.
on.
And you know the
man.
crazy thing
Come on,
about
man.
that, when we know that trade happened, it almost kind of remind me of the trade that didn't happen. Remember, the Lakers were supposed to get Chris Paul, but the commissioner vetoed
he
that,
vetoed
shit.
that shit.
He was like, "Nope." I'm like, "Damn, dude."
The only way they could
They gave a reason.
matter of fact, they've had too many. When was the first conspiracy? Patrick Ewing?
Patrick Ewing was
Yeah.
the first one.
Okay. That was 30-something years ago?
Yeah.
You've had 30-something years to be like, after
That's
conspiracy after conspiracy, after Derrick Rose, after to be
40
like, you
years
know what?
ago.
We gonna put the camera on the motherfucker like the lottery do.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all just got people up there flipping cards. Get the fuck out of
that
here with
shit-
that shit.
that
I want to
shit is
see
the
the number
wildest
come
shit.
up.
That should be wild as shit.
Oh, they don't do the little ball thing.
They don't show it on TV.
They don't show it on
They don't
TV.
show the ball come up to shoot.
Dang.
They say like every team get a certain amount of balls,
man.
balls,
Yeah.
but a certain amount
that's
of
wild.
ping pongs that go up, and then they supposed to get that number, and then after that, once that team get to a certain number, they start recounting for the next team, and I'm like, that's kind of like
So Dallas had a
1.8.
1.8% chance.
Chicago had 1.7, and it came down between the coin flipping us and
So that
Dallas.
means, let's say for instance, that means that Dallas got, it was 30 balls in there. Pause. 29 of them was for the the highest possibility.
right.
And you put one ball in there for Dallas.
Yeah, I doubted that Dallas only had one
And,
ball.
no, they probably had half a ball.
They ain't even.
They probably had a quarter of a ball. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. McGuffin.
And you mean to tell me that shit came up Dallas after that trade?
Yeah.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
And even let's take
Ain't no way in
let's take
hell.
the Luka deal out of it. No way in hell they letting Cooper Flag go to, because the NBA don't do TV like the NFL do. You know, like the NFL will take a game off and be like, yo, no, they hot right now. They about to take y'all slot. The NBA, when it's slotted, it's slotted. They was not about to let Cooper Flag go to Utah where he ain't on TV.
Oh yeah.
Look what they did with San Antonio.
or Washington.
Do the San Antonio Spurs his rookie year deserve to be on TV that goddamn much?
Well, the thing is,
Well,
the
they could've-
NBA
they
haven't
made
brought out their
schedule
schedule for next year yet.
Yeah, it made
Yeah.
schedule.
So if he would have went to Utah,
Yeah,
Utah would have been on
they'd added
TV.
Those to the TV.
We ain't even trying to put you on TV.
Yeah,
We
You
know
trying
for
to put
sure
Cooper
Dallas
Flag on
gonna be on Dallas gonna be on TV all the goddamn time.
they wanted to make
AD
him look
ain't gonna be
good.
on TV though. Oh yeah, he is. He gonna be on street clothes.
Yeah, street clothes.
And
That is
and
hilarious.
Kyrie gonna be hurt for the
He gonna have a boot
majority of
on.
the season. Kyrie might not come back to fucking December, so
So Dallas won that deal, no?
yeah, so far. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we wrapping up here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming and rocking with us and watching the podcast. As usual, we talk about sports and everything and all thing. Make sure you get out there, recommend it, like it, subscribe. You know, we on all platforms or whatever else. It's been one of those days. But until next time, this is Coach Corey. What's up?
We don't get a to go saying like
To go saying like what?
like what we got going on for the weekend. It's a holiday.
Oh
What
yeah,
everybody
you
got
want to
going
talk
on,
about
bro?
that? I can give you that. Well, I'm barbecuing Monday, so you know, mom's is coming over. She done already brought everything that I supposed to
bringing
on the
it
damn
too?
grill. So I'll be barbecuing on Monday.
What's up?
great too.
I mean, like, is anybody doing anything special that they want?
right.
I mean, we
Nope.
ain't got to put
Doing
our whole
nothing.
itinerary out there, but anybody doing anything?
Hey,
dope?
you not barbecuing?
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
not
That's
on
what
the
everybody barbecue.
I'm like, yeah.
Everybody
But-
barbecue. Is anybody going to?
I'm gonna be at my
Anybody going to any
in-laws'
cookouts?
crib.
Going to a brothel or something?
Right.
Shit.
Anybody going to?
We're not Lamar Odom.
I just want to chill.
Somebody going to crack house?
I want to sleep. Be honest with you. These last few weekends, I've been on the go.
Just chill out.
Yeah.
What
So
about
nobody
you, Jay?
doing nothing
You ain't doing
today.
nothing. Mark, nothing.
I ain't doing that.
You ain't got nothing going on. I think
Chill with my
everybody.
kids, man.
Yeah, I think
I just
everybody
wanted
gonna be
to make
chilling.
sure everybody
Oh,
got something out they want to get out.
You weren't here last week, but on June the 28th is next month. I'm gonna be having a party at my crib on June the 28th for everybody that's on this panel right here. come on out, rock. You know what I'm saying?
If
And,
possible, definitely.
you know what I'm saying? Come out there and just chill and hang out, man. You know what I'm saying?
We still doing the finals, right? Live.
Yeah, we still gonna work on that as well. Once we get up and running, we gonna have like after the game summary on the finals and everything else. Once we get that rolling and everything else, and Swill is gonna get that rolling, and from there we gonna go. We gonna rock, man. Cause our numbers are looking pretty damn. They looking real good. Like I said, the last one, he wasn't here, and he said about his sources, man, that shit almost at 20K. You and your sources.
Man, you need to get your sources to get with my sources.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, we can
Man,
pause. We could be sources.
right. I looked at that on TikTok and I was like, damn, that shit shot up quick as hell. Like,
You got some good sources, man.
it's probably gonna shoot up again. So
We doing good, man. We doing good.
yeah, we doing good. So we ready to take it to the next level.
Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe and enjoy y'all barbecues out there. Don't blow nothing up. This ain't final fucking destination now.
80sapparel.com.
Exactly. Peace. Love out.
Yep.